Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody. It's Wiley Living.
No kidding.
Well, hopefully everybody's having a good night.
Love you, darling.
I love you. So, what, baby, do you want to start us off on the prayer list?
Hmm. Well, there's only 3 people here.
Well, people will watch it later.
Okay. I kind of like to have other people's input, in case somebody has somebody, you know.
Yeah. Well, if anybody later is watching it and they want to add to the prayer list, just leave us a comment and we'll add them to the prayer list.
Are you in a hurry or something?
Why, no. So, how's everybody doing in the chat? Hey, Demeter.
I love you, dear.
I love you. Which one's that?
What?
That was barking.
Peanut? You can't tell?
Well, no.
If it gets too bad, I'm going to have to drop off for a little bit. Hello, Miss Jessie. Welcome back, Bruce.
Welcome back, Bruce. Hey, there's Marty.
Hi, Marty.
Man of the hour. We are doing wonderful.
There's Suburban. Hi, Suburban.
Hey, Suburban. Well, you gotta love dogs. Especially the little white ones that name Peanut.
That one was Cricket.
Oh. Oh. The other one.
Your dog.
Yeah.
He likes to just bark at the random star in the sky.
Not always. Most of the time, but not always.
I think she's just getting old.
Yeah, maybe. What kind of dog did you have, Demeter?
Gear. Don't encourage him, please.
Ain't that true? That is true. And there's Backwoods. Hey, Backwoods.
Well, God, I gotta move my chair down all sideways in the picture. Well, maybe I no.
You're gonna pay for that later, Wiley.
I
Put
know.
that back down. Put me down and him up top, please. It's kind of weird. Just fix it. Thank you. Anyways. Oh my gosh, dogs.
Asian food.
It's all you, baby.
Well,
Better than you deserve. You deserve good, Marty. You are a good person.
Marty is a very good person.
Demeter, are you saying you had a Rottweiler at one point? Cricket
That-
wishes she was a Rottweiler.
That or she had the rock for a little while.
Crazy. Yeah, Rotties are my favorite.
German or American?
German.
Yeah. Germans they're the bigger ones, ain't they?
Mine was. He's huge. But he was a big lap dog, so. All right, well. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you. I'm echoing, aren't I?
No.
No? Okay. Holy moly. No, Marty. All right. Well, we'll go ahead with the prayer list. I'm going to start out with Josh and Leah tonight. Leah's not feeling real well, so I'm going to ask you all to say a prayer for her, please. He popped in the stream to say hi to everybody, but they may have to go to the hospital tonight. So, hello, Miss Abby. Glad to see you. And then, of course, we have Biddy Boo and Cam. Cam's still in the hospital. They've had to put him on a new bout of antibiotics for his heart surgery. So keep them in prayer. And if anybody else has anybody to add to it, let us know.
Well, we could add the men and women in uniform that.
Always. Mm-hmm. All of our first responders, yeah.
Yep.
You should make a banner at the bottom that says "We support" and have all of those fires, police, EMS,
Good idea.
and our servicemen and women.
If I can spell.
Okay, Marty, we'll do that. Dudley, can you highlight his message, please?
Yeah. Hi, Miss Abby. Or bountiful harvest.
Okay. Abby, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's nothing amazing. Tasha, we'll be praying for you too. Aw, that's cool. Abby's eyes twitching. Amen, Demeter. Amen. Bruce. Abby, were you asking me what the name of my dog is outside? She asked whose name. Oh, shit. It's going to be mud if she don't hush her mouth.
Oh, you love cricket.
Hi, Gil.
Hey, Gil. How's that look?
Well, well, I guess medics is fine, but it should say EMS, but you're fine.
EMS, medics.
Bruce, you can take care of that one. Hi, Emma. I'm going to go take care of this dog for a minute.
So how you doing, Bruce?
Hanging in there.
I hear that.
Been a busy day. Last night, today, everybody was sending me invites, so I was going everywhere.
But you don't have to come up here. You don't feel obligated. If you're tired or something, just.
If I'm tired, I'll say, hey, I'm out.
Right.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, now we got to be quiet.
You're such a goober. You're such a goober.
Hey, it's like when the boss walks around, you got to act like you're working.
I'm not the boss, so that's supposed to be you, Mr. Mither.
I got to watch the eye and everything.
Mm-hmm. So we were given some free preps today. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's true, Diggs. Well, with his line of work that he's done all of his life, he's got that built-in go button. He just keeps going.
Who?
Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I was doing fire, EMS, and while I was in the Army as an MP, you didn't have a choice. They told you, show up for work, you were there.
Yep.
All right.
Or if your little pager went off when you were in the fire department, and that would happen at, of course, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. You're like, oh, man, that was a rough day, and I got to go again.
Yeah. There's a big, huge difference between me and Dudley, and I think these dogs are going to turn it. I think that's where I get it, was the middle of the night, got to go runs with my parents off to fires and emergencies and stuff. So I just keep going and going and going. I don't stop till work's done. Dudley's like, oh, tired. And he's gone out. Forget it. As soon as his head hits the pillow, he's drooling, snoring.
That's learned from driving truck. You get to sleep when you get to sleep.
This is true.
Yeah, but
done that too.
Hey, you don't need to sleep for 14 hours a day either. Just saying.
Do when you only get 4 hours of sleep a night through the week.
Dude, when you load and unload, you're taking naps. Don't even play like you only sleep 4 hours a day.
Oh, I didn't know most of the
Your
week.
pardon?
I should have taken a nap Friday, but thought they were going to get done real quick. Well, that real quick turned into 3 hours or 4.
Not ignoring you, Tasha. I'm not ignoring you guys. They want to see our preps. They're not like in man. They're not. Okay, so I got 4 cans of. I'm not a camera person, people, so bear with me. I suck at this. It's pork. 1 pound pork. 4 cans of that. We got 1 can of applesauce, which would be awesome for the kiddos. And I think we got 6 cans of like vegetable soup. Was it 6?
I think so. 5 or 6.
5 or 6 of those. Given those today. Earlier this week, we were given 2 boxes of cereal. So, and I take the cereal. It's the like Cheerios and shredded wheat, and I put those in Mylar bags and seal them up and put them up for later. So, but the lady that gave us this today is our grandson's other grandma, Trish, and she said that I guess she gets commodities. I'm not sure, and they don't eat anything like that. So she's going to be bringing us all that she gets from that. So I was like, okay, put it on the shelves. It'll feed somebody. Oh, I'll be right back. I want to ask a question.
What question?
I'm guessing you're getting asked the question there, Wiley.
I'm guessing so.
Watch out when that frying pan comes in.
I hear you there. I shut my door. So how was your week?
It was all right. It was just long. You know how it is when you're retired and you ain't got nothing to do. You just got to relax, you know.
You're right. I'd find me a fishing pole and a fishing hole.
Not this time of year. It's getting chilly over here in East Tennessee.
Yeah, that's true. Snow started falling over there yet?
Oh, no. We've gotten down to like 33, 34 at night, but no snow yet.
Yeah. We got down to...
Damn cussing. No cussing allowed. I don't want to hear that word. I want to hear that word.
No, she'd rather hear the word blizzard.
No, thank you.
See, it's just breaking my heart because up in PA, usually by now we would have had at least one light dusting of snow. And it'd be down in the, high 20s, low 30s at night. Nothing like that down here in Tennessee. Loving it.
Hey, Dustin. Yeah.
Hi, Dustin. Yeah, I lived in Iowa for a while and I lived in Nebraska for a while. No, I'm good with the snow.
I like the snow. It's the ice I don't like.
Well, that's what we get.
Because those even 18 wheels won't stop on ice.
Right.
I didn't learn how to ice skate. I sure as hell didn't like doing it in a car, and I didn't want to even think about doing it in an 18-wheeler.
I've done it a couple times, but...
No thanks.
It's going to be 67 here tomorrow, so we'll be in our shorts and T-shirts running around again.
Yeah. We had our garden finally keeled over. After all...
Some of it did. Our mystery garden's still growing.
90% of our garden.
Oh, yeah. Last time I tried to go ice skating, which was not technically ice skating, it was slipping and falling on a big ice puddle. I got a concussion, so me and ice don't mix so well. No.
The ones I always hated is when we were out on a fire and, it was one of those nights when it was, minus 10 degrees and you're out there with hoses and the lines are leaking everywhere around the fire truck. And you come out of the burning house, you're beat ass tired, full of smoke everywhere. You're trying to look for somewhere to go sit and you walk up to the fire truck and you don't see the ice that's right under the door you're getting ready to open and walk in. Yeah, that's fun.
All right.
Go sliding under the fire truck. You're like, oh, man, I didn't need that tonight.
Especially if you got a tank on your back.
Yeah.
That's how it was when my dad's house caught on fire. All their floors were that stupid slick tile to begin with. And they're in there spraying water everywhere. And it's like 10 degrees. So they went in the house and you see feet in the air real quick. So and then the radio, it's a little slick in here. Y'all be careful. It was a great night. Great night.
Yeah, the fun ones are when you're outside on the fire and you're spraying to cover like a house that's next door. And of course, all the wind's coming back in your face. So you end up looking like a snowman in the front. And your gear is completely soaked. And when it's minus 10 outside, it takes a while for that to thaw out. So we get back to the station, take our gear off, and the gear would stand there without us in it.
Dang, Diggs. Gil, don't work too hard on that kitchen now. Diggs, that's about as graceful as me, so.
That sounds like a dang country song. Broke his nose, knocked himself out, got a severe concussion, lost his girlfriend, and hit a deer.
Yep.
Well, at least he got deer meat.
Guess it was a bonus. Okay, so we bought this stuff today from Wally World in a town that's like 30 minutes from us.
Yeah, roughly.
And I've never heard of it, never even seen it, but I'm like, it's meat. We're going to try it.
We hope.
No, it's meat. It's called Banner Sausage. Has anybody ever tried this stuff? Seen this stuff?
Haven't seen that in ours. Well, not when we're up in PA anyway.
Oh,
It's like 10 ounces.
I'll be right back. I gotta upload a picture I want to share.
It better be. He's gonna get in trouble. Well, there's 5 sausages in this can, so figured we'd give it a try and see what it's like.
Figure it won't be too bad. It'll probably be like the Vienna sausages or something, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Oh, don't tell me that. I hate Vienna sausages. I mean, I'll eat them if that's all there is, but man, they're not my favorite.
You've obviously never been out in the field in the Army.
No.
We called it pogey bait in the Army, but yeah, anything that was not MREs was the best food in the world.
Well, I grew up with a father who was in the Navy, and apparently there was some issues with the dude ordering the food where they all ate Spam for 6 months straight, every meal. So there were just certain things that he was like, I ain't eating this no more ever again. I don't care. Yeah, Spam, meatloaf, my God, no. Yeah, Smarty's writing Trisha's song about a 2-hour flat tire and 5 trains later. Oh, man. Yes, Emma. It's Banner. Banner. And it's got one of these little pop tops. Never fails every time I cut my pinky finger open with this stupid thing. So I got to figure out how to be smarter than I can.
Use a pair of pliers. Grab it up and yank them off real good with the pliers.
Oh.
And you don't slice the finger off.
I don't know why I do. It's this thing. I'm like, for real, that I can't help it. Hi, Miss Laura. Glad to see you over here. Yeah, it's. I'm caught up on.
That's true, Emma. They have those chef's gloves where you can protect your hand from getting sliced off when you're cutting meat.
Yeah.
You could probably get one of those and use it if you have like a restaurant supply store.
They make those in extra large, I hope. Schedule, Diggs. The harder I try to get the schedule back on track, the deeper we get in a rut.
Okay, I can't find the picture, so.
What picture, babe?
Of those chicken nuggets I found at Walmart.
Oh, they're synthetic crap. Oh.
Yes.
Nobody cares about that. I mean, obviously we care about that, but we don't care about that.
No, which is it? You care about it or you don't?
I don't care because I ain't eating it.
Test tube food.
Well, I'm thinking that's where you came from, but no, I'm not touching it.
Then you're touching it.
Dudley, shut up. For the love of baby. Oh my God, why are you always pushing buttons?
Because they're shiny.
Because he's a truck driver and he's used to hitting all those buttons in the cab, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
At that point in his life, he was Barracuda. He likes all the shiny bling stuff.
Just call me a coon.
Yes, Emma, Walmart is selling test tube chicken nuggets, basically.
That's the first time I've heard of that. Test tube chicken nuggets, huh?
It's that simulated meat.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yep, Walmart's selling it now. Sam's Club's selling it now.
Well, that's because there's a shortage of everything now, so they can sell that for twice as much as they could before because you just want meat, right?
Yeah. I'm a little bit more pickier than I can't do it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Nasty.
Well, they might taste good.
Definitely, yeah. You would be the moron to eat it. And then we're going to have to call in Bruce to knock the AI out your damn ass. So smell.
Oh, you love me.
I love you.
See?
There you go, Demeter.
Uncle Al will. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Emma. Oh my gosh. People are gonna think I hate you. Just so you know. Drive me nuts. You haven't drove me to drinking yet, but you drive me nuts.
Because I haven't bought you that Hot Rod Lincoln.
That's a good song though. Yeah. So did anybody have any crazy effects from the CMEs this week?
I think you did.
Probably. It's probably why I've been in a mood all week.
No, I think it's that time of month.
No.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I don't know. Ever since, what was it? Last Tuesday or Wednesday, my phone signal hasn't came off 2 bars no matter where I went.
Have you updated it?
Yes.
I don't know. They're tempting me over here, Daddy. It's early yet. Y'all stealing Gears first, man. Y'all stealing Gears line. What is up? I think those CMEs mess with people's moods. There's some people being up in moods lately.
Yeah.
I think that has more to do with old Brandon and all of his antics.
Sorry. I was an athlete, but I remember some cheers, just saying. Yep. See? Yeah.
I know, right?
Where is Gear?
He's around here somewhere.
He was here earlier. He may have to go get something to eat or something. Might be
Probably.
playing video games with his son again or something. It's all good. As long as he's still alive and kicking.
I think he is.
Tasha, tomorrow I'm going to try to do my Prep For It food challenge video. We're gonna
Shame on you, Trish. I got mine done even.
I know, and I was like, damn it, Bruce. That's what I used to feed my son. He loves that stuff. I'm like, all right, here we go, Morgan. Poor man's helper. The macaroni with but he uses peas and carrots, but Morgan uses peas. But yeah. So you know what? For lunch, kids had homemade. It's gonna help her.
Eee.
See, Bruce. Yeah. Gear would say, yes, he would. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes, I gotta go watch that.
Hi, just Josh.
I just thank you for coming. Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Yes, when is that deadline for the food challenge, Josh?
I think it's right before Thanksgiving. It's like the Saturday before Thanksgiving or something. I forgot.
Yeah, I think
How's
that's
the
right.
words
Because she
there?
was doing it Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I think, was when she was going to run them through and say who the winner was.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see the other ones coming in. I'm going for the comfort food side of things, so we'll see if it works.
I don't know. I like gills.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No offense, Gil. Don't do barbecue sauce. You lost me on the barbecue sauce, just saying. This dude up here, sorry, not you, Bruce. That dude right there will drown everything in barbecue sauce. And I'm like, oh, for the love of Pete.
Not everything.
Okay, his brownies. He does not put barbecue sauce on the brownies.
We had a friend that did that.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try for a little comfort food side of things. Because, people are going to want some comfort food, right?
Yeah, all right. Oh. Well, Emma, you can have my cell phone if you want it.
Why would she want your POS, dear? No.
And all the calls that go with it.
King Poobah. Oh, my gosh. Dustin's going to make some kind of ass burner chili or something. Dragon's breast
chili.
Dragon breast tacos or something. It's gonna eat a hole in your intestine. That man and his peppers. Oh my goodness.
That's right, Emma. God.
I mean, if you're gonna prep, you might as well prep for some comfort in that mess too, right? Can we talk about prepping, please? Can I have a little moment to vent here?
Well, I don't know. It's random.
So, both my grandparents grew up during the Depression, like just about every one of y'all, right? Okay, my grandpa moved back from California, and I am not exaggerating, with over 200 butter bowls that he had saved. We don't know how many TV dinner trays that he had saved because the man didn't throw anything away, right? My parents picked up their habits of saving certain items here and there, certain things that could be of use later on in life. We always had extra food on hand, maybe not a year, maybe not 2 years, but we always had extra food on hand. We were never preppers. Nobody walked around calling us preppers. We were just people trying to live. So who the hell came up with that damn terminology as prepper?
I think that started when YouTube started so that they could differentiate themselves from the survivalists.
No,
well, ain't that what we all are anyways? Aren't we all just trying to survive this rat? Oh, my God. Okay. But anyways, seriously.
That didn't look good.
Me? Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm sick of the terminologies that are, we're all like derogatory terms now. Oh, I'm a survivalist. Show me somebody who's not survived something in their life in this world.
I'm surviving marriage. Does that count?
No, definitely don't get me started, dude.
You do remember you have to sleep tonight and you got to wake up next to her? And that
I sleep on the couch. He sleeps in the bed. Yeah, no. I was laughing at on Fish's stream last night when they were threatening to throw you on the couch, Bruce. I was like, no, he doesn't get the couch. I get the couch. He can have the bed. I'll go where it's comfortable.
She can try and kick me onto the couch, but it ain't going to work that good.
Oh.
I just put her up in a little suitcase and say, here you go.
Yeah. No, I finally got a couch long enough that I can lay on and not be like, God, they don't make couches long enough for people. Sorry, I'm not little.
Got a nice big one now. 96 inches long, so I can actually lay down on it.
Oh, nice.
How tall are you, Bruce?
Just under 6'3", 6'2 3/4.
Okay, so yours is probably just a little bit longer than ours, but ours is about 7 foot. So, not well if you count, because the arms and shit. But it's all right.
Hey, Courtney. Everybody welcome Courtney.
You go
Hi,
talking
Miss
about her
Courtney.
and she shows up there, King Poobah. You better watch yourself.
Right.
She had her wife radar on.
Yeah. So like both of my grandmothers on my dad's side, like my mama, she grew what they call winter onions around here, and strawberries, and was it blackberries, Daddy, that she had?
Yes.
And she had, it was like a U-pick farm. Plus, she would pick some too and sell individually. And then my grandpa raised cattle. I mean, that was how things were. My other grandmother raised tomatoes, winter onions. They had cattle and pigs. So that's my great grandparents. I'm sorry. And that's what they did to raise their kids, and they weren't preppers, they weren't survivalists, they were just living.
Now, can't you be a survival prepper?
I think it's all a bunch of hogwash, if you ask me.
The labels are just what people try to do to group each other together.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have to worry about what the survivalist community is doing because I'm a prepper. I don't have to worry about what the prepping community is doing because I'm a homesteader. And it just separates everybody so that they kind of all congeal together in their own little groups.
Yep. Division, more division.
I'm a Dudley.
A doodly. Get it right.
That's right. No gender qualification.
You're going to have to start calling him Dudley Do-Right.
Everything.
His brother calls him Dudley Doolittle, so, if you want to be honest about it.
Well, at least Trish isn't calling you that, right?
Right.
No. Most of the time, it's Irvy Pervy, so.
Or
his
Dudley's too big.
Okay, so y'all, his first name is Irvy. Okay, because his daddy was 61 years old when he was born. Dudley's actual grandpa was born in 1892, I think. Okay, so he's like the third, Mr. Third, and so he gets called Irvy Pervy a lot. Correct, Emma. Satan loves chaos, very much so.
And misery loves company.
God, is that why I married you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, you married me because I have no teeth.
No, I married you for your money, your car, and something else. What was it? Your money? Your sister said it. Your money, your car.
And I'm good in bed.
You're not supposed to say it. She's supposed to say it. Because it don't mean nothing if you say it. Oh, she got the scissors out. You better watch out, man.
Hey, our last name ain't Bobbitt, so.
Yeah, true. I don't have it. I can't do that. I can't do it. Maybe super glue to the tummy. That one. Woo! I don't know if I can do that one either. Y'all heard that story, didn't you? Woo! Don't think I could.
Remember, I wake up before you.
Dude, sometimes I'm still up when you wake up. So I'm telling you.
I fixed your coffee, and I know where the meds are.
You're an ass. You were an ass. Come on, you're an ass.
Oh, Lord.
No, yeah. Suburban, they didn't like me when we first met because they had control of his bank account. And I said, no, he has bills that he has to pay and he needs his own money back because he was on the road all the time. So they would take his check, go cash it, and go, he was their bank. And I put it into it, so they didn't like me. So she called me messages on my answer machine, letting him know I only wanted him for his money, his car, which he didn't even own a car, and your name. I was controlling your money, your car, and your name. That was what it was. I'm like,
right.
you control a name. All right, but okay. They like me now, so it's okay. But at the time, it was a little.
Well, the one that actually said that's passed away now. So.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but yeah. The Bank of Dud. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my Lord. And you know what was bad? It wasn't just his sister, it's his sister and sister-in-law. Both of them taking his money.
Just call me Sugar Dud.
His, and his brother, which was, married to the sister-in-law, was driving with him. So she had both checks. I was like, oh, greedy much? Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You're fine, Suburban. You're fine. Marty, I keep the super glue in the med kit, so. He better not take it out.
It's already disappeared. What are you talking about?
Only when Morgan's around.
All right.
Oh. You would love Morgan, Bruce. You would love Morgan. There for a while, we spent many weeks going to the ER.
That's an understatement.
Ouch.
At one point, I asked him if we could just rent one wing because we were there so much. They know him by name. I was like, what did you do this time, Morgan? It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
He is a klutz. I got to turn the heater down.
It was a good doctor, though. Did you turn it down?
Yeah, it was sugar deadly.
That's right.
Get your coffee, Bruce. Get your coffee. It's hot in here. Oh, man.
Because you're sitting in there.
Get over yourself. Wish
I'm
that car
trying,
would
but it's a big hurdle.
You're something else, Dudley. You're something else.
I know. That's what I've been told. I was going to say something, but I forgot.
Oh, dear.
I forgot.
It's all that simulated chicken you've been eating.
I know it. You're cooking.
Cooking him.
Oh, would you make me a glass of coffee?
Hey, wait, when Bruce gets back, you can tell him what you got to see there in Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah.
He'll probably be familiar with those.
Yeah. 2 of them. They were flying circles.
Uno, dos.
Right over 35 and 44. I don't know if they were training for a pincher.
Dustin, did he ask you to meet him at the pickle park? Oh my goodness.
What kind of truck do you drive, Dustin? And don't tell me it's a Volvo.
Yes, Emma. Yes.
Right? I think I'll just stick with Trish cooking.
I mean, Lydia could cook for you, Daddy.
I'll stick with Trish cooking.
She likes to cook.
A freight shaker.
Freight shaker.
I've owned one of them. Old classic.
What do you got? Oh, you got the internationals and the. Don't tell me. Let me see if I can remember. God, it's an international and a. Now you got 2 internationals. Shit! Don't tell me. Oh my Lord!
You got a Peter car or what?
No, you're not supposed to tell me. It's freaking Peterbilt. Damn it, gross.
Yep.
It's called a Peter car.
Yep.
Because everybody who drives one's a dickhead.
That's right.
I was trying to remember something.
I got a Pete 387 and 2 International Pro Stars.
That used to be a thing out on the road. You'd see somebody coming up in a Peter car. Say, "Oh, watch out! Here comes Richard Cranium."
Yeah. Yep. 13-liter poop spreader. Oh my God.
That's an international.
Yep.
And his are twins. I was like, oh joy.
Yeah, they're one serial number or VIN number off. Or sequential, or however you say that. One's a 77.
Messed up on one of them. You better get the other one fixed too.
Yep. One's a 772. Those last 3, and the other one's a 773. Now, probably next weekend or the weekend after, I'll be putting the top half, redoing the top half on my Peterbilt.
Yeah, Emma, it is going up super high. Like last week when we went to Neo Show, gas was $2.89. Today we left, it was $3.16, and I was like, holy shit. Burn my mouth. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, if you use propane for heat this year and you're in the Northeast, you're going to be hurting. Because they're talking about it going up to $5 or $6 a gallon for propane.
Yeah.
They came and pulled our meter. Was it last year or today? This morning. They came, yeah, weird. They came this morning and pulled our meter and gave us one of these little bitty smart meter pieces of crap. Like,
why they do that, right? Because they don't have to come up to your house physically and read it. They have a little car that's got an antenna on it. And you just drive by and it reads it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Emma, you do. I mean, I think I've prepped up enough food for us for a minute that we can actually start getting focused on some other stuff, but he's got to get our vehicles winterized and oil changed and all that fun.
Yeah, I got to do that to the semis too.
Tires. We got to get a new tire on the car. And yep. All that fun stuff. We got to get the house winterized. We got some windows that need replaced.
Courtney, you're just not understanding. That's what all the greenheads want. Oh my God. If we make them so that they can't drive, then we make the environment better. And we'll stop having fires and thunderstorms and everything else.
And then they can put plugs in cows' butt to make them stop down gas.
Yeah.
Can we name the first one AOC? Just asking. Just asking. I don't care. Come at me. Damn it. I don't care no more. I got a couple of names in mind. Just saying.
I hear you there, King.
That's the other thing, dear. You got to get our chimney inspected.
When I went to Wally World the other night, I was behind a truck at a red light, and on the back of it was his little business chimney sweeper for fireplaces.
That's great, but it needs inspected first.
He does that too.
Okay, as long as he can. Telling you. Just saying.
What are you telling me?
The house burns down, I'm hunting the bastard down. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, you know. Can we call the fire department first?
You call the fire department, and I'll go find him.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to get that. We got to get our thing inspected. Got a beautiful, big, huge fireplace in the basement. And I asked my dad, I said, did you guys ever try to use it? And he said, yeah, your mom did, but the whole house filled with smoke. So I don't know if it works or not. I was like, okay, so we've never messed with it because we've not had the real need to mess with it. And now I'm like, we need to mess with it. I want the damn thing. But I think my mom, because the old heater that it was connected into, you could shut off part of the heater and it would pull the heat from the fireplace to heat the house. Well, that heater's been removed, and I think she forgot to close the vents, and all the smoke came in the house instead of going
I think she
out like
forgot to
it's
open the
supposed
flue.
to. Because my mom's a Valley girl from California. She has no clue, no flipping idea. I mean, I'm telling y'all, my mom should be Democrat. Just saying, we get along like she is, so y'all know. So
You saying your mom's a demon rat?
yes, sir, I am. Me and her get along about as good as oil and water. Yeah, nope. So
Yeah, what Dudley was saying was right, though. Make sure the flue's open on it, because a lot of times when we go, we'd have somebody saying they had a house fire. We'd get there. No, they had a fire in their fireplace. They didn't have the damn fluke open, so all the smoke was backing out and going into their house, and they thought their house was on fire. We're like, really?
yeah. Well, we have to get ours inspected because a tree fell like 3 foot over from where the chimney is. So we want to make sure there was no structural damage or anything too. So I don't need that thing. But it was fun when they first moved into this house because my dad was the over-road truck driver, so he was gone for 30 days of a month. My mom's messing around with all this crap. She has no idea what it is, what to do with it. She did something. Next thing they know, they woke up in the middle of the night with a squirrel running all over the house. Come through the chimney. They wake up with birds flying around because somebody opened this stupid thing and didn't close it. Yeah, so well, yeah, it's fun.
It's always fun.
And she hates my guts, so she hates having to call me to ask me to help with anything. And it's like when she does, I try, honest to God, I try to be real nice and just be like, okay, Mom, let me show you how this works so that she knows. And she's like, I don't want to know, just do it. Okay.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
The hell, dear. I'm the one that asked you to show me things so I know what the hell I'm doing. I don't like being stupid. I don't want to be dumb. No, no, I unfortunately don't have communication with my parents anymore. So, I mean, I could, but we don't.
As at best.
Yeah. And I do worry about them because, you know, like I said, my dad's ex-Navy, ex-fire. You would think that he's watching all this. He hates what's going on, but he won't. He's got 2 72-hour emergency buckets for himself. He's not trying to get anything for my mom and sister and niece that live there with him.
Would you?
He don't. Yes, Dudley. As much as it pains me to be nice to them some days, yes, I would. So,
lead don't count.
I didn't say anything about lead. So, Mister, but yeah, they don't do anything. And my mom's like, oh, well, you know, we went through this back in blah, 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 and everybody was okay then. Okay. It's not guaranteed, but okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Courtney.
Yeah. There's gear.
So true, gear. So true.
Oh, they were there. You just had to type out everything.
Okay, but you're talking to me. It took an act of Congress and Tasha to get my ass on this stupid thing. So I go to everybody's streams and listen. I wouldn't talk to nobody. I'm too awkward and shy and bashful half the time. So I was like, I'm not talking to these people. And Dudley's over here. Okay. Oh, hello.
Oh, well, we'll blame it on Purdy because they weren't allowed to dance until.
It wasn't Purdy. It had nothing to do with Purdy. It's probably more like to do with the people I was raised by. Just saying. Oh. Yeah, it's bad when you learn not to trust any human being by your mother. That's how I learned don't trust nobody. You can't trust your mother, you can't trust nobody.
She is from California. Just saying.
I don't think it's that so much as just her.
Well,
I love her. I do. She's my mom. And I try to
Tough
respect
love.
her as much as possible. But it's pretty much come down to, in order for us to both have a peaceful existence in this world, we do not need to even look at each other. So,
yeah. Babe.
what, dear? What?
Dustin and
Oh, Dustin, I'm just a
Demeter.
dork.
You can say that again.
I'm just a dork.
You can say that
Can you
again.
say it again? Although I'm not big enough to be a dork, I'm a dork. Unless Josh is here, and then he would argue because there's the Orca well or some crap. I don't know.
The Norwell.
Demeter, you're right. I've made amazing friends. I have. You guys are wonderful, awesome people, and I'm glad I got over my fear of people. But like for real, you guys, before I started doing this, and when Courtney pulled my shit together, I told her last night she's like therapy for me because I don't leave my house except for with Dudley because I have agoraphobia. I have,
Yes.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and say I had the worst life ever known to man, but it wasn't beautiful. And everybody has every human being's had that point in life where, you know. Love you too, Tasha.
Yep, I remember those email lists.
Dude, I didn't even do email list. Y'all.
Well, y'all know I'm the computer geek, so I remember back in the bulletin board days.
So now I was going to say, if
No.
you wanted a picture, you had to type out the path to the picture.
Thank you, guys. I'll try not to cry. I am that emotional person. I'm not afraid to go kick somebody's ass. I'm just
Then
not.
cry afterwards.
Yeah, that's me. I'm going to beat you to a bloody ass pulp. And then when I'm done, I'm going to feel this big. I'm going to feel like the biggest piece of shit that ever walked. Are you okay? Let me get you a Band-Aid. That's me. That's who I am. And then I cry all over you. So, yeah, that's who I am. I am.
Yeah. Big gash in the head. Let me get you a little Band-Aid.
No, I will actually butterfly stitch your little face back together. That's who I am. I just, don't piss me off. Just don't piss me off.
I'm still here.
I hated the whole world growing up. I hated the whole world. For real. I mean, I won't lie to none of you guys. I've been on suicide watch before. If it wasn't for my grandparents, I probably would have never graduated high school. Because I had an abusive raising between my dad and my mother. It was not a joy, so. Dirt was created.
Oh.
Yeah. Emma said back when she was young, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Well, shoot. My brain just froze.
You're brave? So are you a
Yeah.
coward now? Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday, Emma.
Happy birthday, Emma.
What's a birthday? I don't even get told I'm.
Yeah. I don't know what a birthday is.
Whatever. I actually remembered this year, so shut up. I'm the worst wife. I can't remember birthdays. I can't remember our anniversary.
I should get brownie points.
Mm.
I get you presents on the anniversary. One year I got you a goat.
Definitely.
Got her a goat one year.
Yeah. We're driving to go get this goat. No, I wanted a goat. We're driving up to get this goat. And he goes, you know what day it is? I'm like, yeah, it's Sunday. He goes, no, what day is it? It's the day we go pick up the goat. He's like, no, what day is it? I'm like, look at my phone. I was like, oh, it's our anniversary.
Our very first one.
Oh, maybe. I can't remember. It's because y'all keep me under stress all the time. Okay, if anybody lives with PTSD, you know that, when people keep you under that, where you're jumping out of your skin 24/7, memory things don't work so well. Do what?
Keep you on your toes.
Shit.
Well, if you want to, that's on you.
You're going to cause me to have a heart attack. That's what you're going to do.
I'll give you mouth to mouth.
You. I'm kidding, baby. You know I am.
Well, I can give you a trichotomy.
Oh, okay. Let's start with the lobotomy first, because if we're going to do this shit, we might as well do it in order. Lobotomy, then you can do the trichotomy. No, because you like. No. Let me think about this one for a minute. No. If Dudley ever becomes a serial killer, he's going to be the weirdo freako one with the fascination with holes. Just saying. Just saying. We're in the same house, just different ends of the house, Courtney.
We're diagonal. You're right. There.
Yeah, over. Opposite. Emma, I can't lie. I'm sorry, guys. Just going to tell you how it is. It's a little morbid and disgusting, but that's just,
Buffalo Dudley. Oh, my. Buffalo Bill is a serial killer. That's what he's talking about, Trish.
Yep.
Buffalo Dudley is a serial killer. Okay. Well, gear. I've tried to teach my dad how to use a computer. We give up. We're like, dude, my mom deletes her own internet service provider off of hers, and then she's like, I can't use this son of a bitch. Your dad was on my computer again. And then she's all typing in the word sex offender, right? And wondering why she keeps getting problems all over her damn computer. I'm like, you can't type in that word. Oh
boy.
Yeah. She probably should have been in special ed when she was in school, but I don't think they had that back then.
Every time I type in Democrat, a bar scene shows up.
I love you, darling.
I love you.
Honestly, we know Democrats, they're not bad people. They make poor decisions, apparently, but they're not bad people. It's only the dodos that we have in D.C. that's messing up.
Democrats are Democrats. Marilyn Manson made bad decisions on stuff.
He's a freak of nature, just saying. Just saying. I love you, darling.
I love you.
I probably should shut up before I get the whole world banned from the internet.
They're working on it.
Oh, Courtney's creating new poop troops.
You walked into that one, Courtney.
Sorry, I have a moment. Okay. So what's been good in y'all's week?
Me.
Kelly. Could you be any more damn conceited? I'm gonna smack your Hello world. Emma, quit saying you're old. Yeah, Emma, I hear you. Oh, gotcha, Suburban. Gotcha. I inherited my grandmother and my great aunt's quilting stuff. So I've got 2 of those huge ass quilting looms. I haven't even put them together to see if they're all there because they take up a whole room.
Between your quilting and crochet and sewing, like by Phyllis' house.
No. Let's say we got 5 bedrooms, 2 offices. You can almost set up a machine in every room. A different like craft room in every room. Like this is a sewing room.
I'll tell you this. I bought her an $800 piece of equipment. And she has not even turned it on yet.
Which one?
The serger.
I have turned it on and I have tried to use it. I don't want to tear it up, therefore I don't use it because it's, it's special because you bought it, and 2, it's got a sharp blade on the side of it. I really don't feel like cutting half my finger off trying to figure out how it works.
I ain't worried with you and metal blades. I'm more worried about you and plastic spoons.
I caught myself on a damn metal can. You better worry about those blades on those sergers. They're sharp.
Then you won't feel it.
Not at first, no. Quilting's neat. I've tried to do the quilting thing. I get distracted with kids and I don't get to finish those things. My granddaughter's like, here, Nana, I'll hand you the pins. And then she's just stabbing me in the hand trying to pass the pin. So it's like,
hey, Gear.
I can't really do the sewing. I can't do quilting. And then, I'm trying to crochet and they're holding my yarn thinking they're passing the, and I'm like, let go of the yarn. You got to keep my tension too tight.
Oh. It's like kittens in yarn.
Yes. And of course the boy. Hi, Gary.
Yeah.
The boys just want to throw the yarn skeins around like football. So I'm just like, God, kids. Somebody gonna, There probably is, Sasha. Right now food is my main priority right now is making sure food is.
What about warmth?
You don't have enough blankets downstairs. There ain't enough Afghans downstairs. Hold on.
Afghans are holy.
That's why you put a solid one over it. Air traps in the little holes. You stay warmer.
Uh-oh. What's he got? Oh, bugs.
No, they're seeds, Dodo. God, it's marigold seeds. All right, Demeter. Good night. We'll see you later.
Let's see, Demeter. Yeah, our marigolds are starting to die off now.
Emma, I have 2 quilt covers that one of them my great grandmother made and the other one my great aunt had made, and I need to find somebody that can finish them for me.
What? You can do it. I have faith in you.
I'm glad you do.
See?
Can't really see it, but in this I have a lot of marigold seeds in the paper towel too.
Oh, cool.
These are ones the ones I like the most. I don't know what the color pattern's called, but those have the mixed colors, the red, or not the red, the orange, yellow, and all different patterns. I'm thinking about growing a bunch of them in some solo cups and selling them 5 for $6 or something like that. 5 for $5.
That would be cool.
I would.
Where's your wig?
Wig.
It's in my prop box.
In your prop box.
Is that your purse?
No, he's a man, so it's a merce. It's not a purse.
Oh well.
Get it right, Doodly. Come on,
Look
Doodly.
at Bruce.
Doodly. Just like boobs. Women have boobs, men have moobs. Hi, baby.
Also, you.
Jealous.
Never mind.
There you go. Gear. Oh my goodness. No. There's nothing wrong with having. Yep.
Nope.
Okay, Marty. I do have a hammer that I use that is my grandpa's. And people get in serious trouble if they touch my hammer. But I do have some of his tools that I do not use and nobody else is allowed to use either.
Baby.
I don't want to talk to you if you messed up my hammer. Of course, Courtney, you sure can come up here.
Yes.
The troublemaker in chief.
That's right. And I don't.
What are you doing with that hammer, Carl?
Here, my grandpa, when he was roofing the garage that they added onto my great grandma's house, he broke the what are those called? One of the forks off.
The claw.
He broke, but he's like, you know what? It still hammers. Boom, boom, boom. He finished doing that garage. I have that hammer and I still use it. And everybody's like, you need to throw it away. It's no good. I can still pull nails with that hammer, and it still hammers a nail just as smooth as it ever did. So, nope, that's my hammer. Don't touch my hammer.
You could say that this is a 5-finger hammer, but
Looks like a decking hammer.
I like to call it a rehomed hammer. One of my old neighbors about 10 years ago when I lived in a trailer park was chasing his old lady with that hammer and threw it at her. He missed her. But anyways, cops come and took them both. And about 2 weeks later, that hammer was still there. So I thought, all right, I'll pick it up. And whenever he's out of jail, I'll give it back to him. But he went to prison for like 6 years. So.
Daggum. That looked like a decking hammer. Is that a decking hammer?
So I asked his mom if she wanted it, and she was like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
He was getting a bunch of his stuff to put in storage. I'm like, hey, this is the one of the hammers that your son threw at his old lady. Do you want it?
Holy Toledos.
But she was moving out too. She got what she wanted and left her boyfriend stuff. His mom was getting his stuff out of there, and I went and helped load some of the stuff. She's leaving like all kinds of computers, and I'm like, I'll take those. She didn't want it.
Yep. Hi, Little Creek. Hey, Mickey. How are you? It's good to see you today. Yeah.
I ended up getting like $30 worth of scrap metal.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with that. The scrap metal.
Bunch of little computer fans.
Which, speaking of scrap metal, when I finally get moved in over at the other place, over at the shop, I got a bunch of scrap metal over there.
Where you moving, asshole? You didn't tell me you were moving.
Hey, baby, I just told you.
Is Courtney still needing the link to the live stream?
I just sent her my email. Well, you send it to her, baby.
Let's get ready to ask. Can I just forward it to her?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Email later.
Because the dinosaur computer is being like stupid retarded. Okay, Bruce will investigate odd noises in the living room. I hope everything's okay.
I'm tired. Just drove 200 miles.
Oh, to get new breakers for the brake box.
Hello.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, I got a ghost. Oh, no. Yes, baby. You can get a drink. Oh, turkey. Lord have mercy.
I feel honored.
Everything good, Bruce?
You don't see a gun in my hand, right?
Well, it might
I
be
don't see your
green
hands. Does that count? I don't see your hands.
screen.
You could have laid it on the
Trust
desk,
me, if
dude.
I had that gun out, you'd see it because it's 22
That
inches
big?
long. It's an AR.
I got one
Don't
of
go
the.
small, go big.
Mhm.
Oh God, there's Courtney. Everybody be
Jesse.
careful now.
There's Courtney. I feel honored. I got gear. We got gear up here. Bruce and Courtney.
I love your glasses, Courtney. That's so cute.
Thank you.
I didn't even know you wore glasses.
I'm supposed to wear glasses, but I don't wear them. My God.
And sucking on a sucker.
Don't look over there. Don't look over there.
Right?
What's going on?
Just being
Yeah.
bored.
Another day.
Yeah,
How you
if you
doing?
don't, I'm blonde.
Your blonde
You're
shoots
blonde.
are run. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
blonde
shoots.
and blind.
Oh Lord, it's been a long day for me. I'm getting tired here.
Right?
It's early yet.
All the you've been on, no doubt.
I've never been into your all's panel before.
Nope.
That's cool.
Welcome.
I thought you were going to say piano. I was going to say, how do you know they have a piano?
Well, you know,
We used to a long time ago.
I almost had another little baby grand, but somebody
Upright?
said no. Yep.
Yeah, no, because it was junk.
It just
Dude,
needs tuned.
okay, Dudley, I can't move them things anymore. Don't know if you remember or not. My back is garbage.
Just
So sure.
That's why you got to bring it home. She can't say no if you already got it there, right?
Well, that's a good point.
He's moving it by himself. Where would you put it?
Well, you see that little wall right behind you?
The hell?
That way I can practice.
Not in here. This is my space. You got your own space. Hi, P2E.
Hi, P2E.
Courtney, we don't do anything special over here. Every now and then we interrogate Bruce if we can think of anything that he's not already answered, but he's pretty much answered everything, so. But I do want to ask you a question, Miss Courtney, if you don't mind.
Sure.
What got you started with YouTube?
I don't know. I just always wanted to document my garden and stuff. So
Yeah.
that kind of got me into it. And then I wasn't taking it too seriously.
Right.
And I wasted like an entire year just messing around and not taking it seriously at all. And then in January of last year, I said, I'm going to take this seriously. And if it doesn't happen, I'm just going to quit YouTube altogether. And here I am. So,
Well, don't quit.
so far it's worked out, but you just meet jerks everywhere, it's just like,
I'm sorry you met me.
it's all your fault. But no,
Now
you
you know
just,
why I use the name asshat, Courtney.
yeah.
Yeah.
You just meet jerks everywhere, and I've met a lot of them. I can count maybe on one hand the jerks that I've met, like egotistical liars. I've met them all.
Narcissistic. Yeah.
Narcissistic. Yeah.
What you're going through is what I go through with my mother. So, I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. Not at all. So, yeah.
Well, that's frustrating.
Yep. We just, y'all are my family. I mean, honest to God, this is, occasionally my sister will show up and say hi. Of course, my son, because he's a mama's boy. But that's it. My grandma has dementia, so she don't even know who I am anymore. So it's like, so she's still doing okay health-wise, she just don't know who we are. So, but So
I
I'm
got a
like,
question
all right.
for you, Courtney.
Huh?
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Where did you get that mic at? Those are
Uh,
cool.
This one I bought. It's a Movo.
I'll
This
have to
is
look those
just
up.
yeah. This arm is attached to my wall,
Oh,
and yeah. So then I bought this mic, but this mic goes with a board. I have a board that I use that I can
oh, cool.
yeah.
No, like she used to do like radio, didn't you, Courtney? When it
Yeah.
like radio. Mhm.
Oh, well, you lost me there. I'll tell you, it's talking about like a pegboard or
Mm-mm.
a board to hang
Yeah,
it up on.
that amplifies my sound and stuff, and it's
Oh,
hooked up. It's hooked up to the computer.
Because Courtney's voice is so low you can't hear it without an amplifier, you know?
Yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Yes, Vicky, you are correct. Chosen family is better. Okay, so Bruce, what got you started on YouTube?
Actually, I got on here because I was just goofing around looking for stuff when I was at the fire department because a lot of idiots back then, before they had all these social media policies everywhere, would post a lot of stupid stuff, and I was trying to find stupid stuff that people were doing on emergency scenes, saying, yeah, guys, don't do that, because if you cut your hand off, I ain't helping you. Because, I mean, they would go to, like, wrecks, and, of course, you're not supposed to show a victim on your video. And, of course, they'd be there, you know, videoing a victim they're cutting out of a car, and you're like, oh, God. And that's right before they got all of the really heavy social media policies and everything. That's why when I was doing emergency management, I could not even have a social media account or I'd get fired. And it was because the idiots out there would just take their phone and take pictures of patients, which you're not allowed to do because that breaks HIPAA. And then, you know, all the fire departments were getting lawsuits because, hey, I didn't say you could use my image.
That is true. Dudley and I know a first responder. He's the grandfather of our youngest grandson, and he's an EMT, and he likes to show us pictures of
crime scenes
who he scrapes off the side of the road, and yeah.
Yeah, so
luckily,
I got onto it because of that.
Stuff.
But I was never, you know, posting anything, doing anything. And then I ran into all these preppers that kind of had the same ideas that I knew from being in the military. So I was like, oh, maybe these guys actually got an idea and they're thinking about something straight. And then, you know, stuff happens and you're like, yeah, I'm done with this. I was off for like 2 years, just came back about 5-6 months ago.
Yeah. Drama, it happens. It seems to happen everywhere. It's so frustrating and annoying. I'm just over it, you know. I just want to make friends and have fun, and that's pretty much it, you know.
Or you got a bunch of friends here.
Yeah. Well, it's cool.
Yep.
You got a friend in me.
That was gear.
Looking
at Dudley saying, how's he doing that without moving his mouth?
I was thinking that too. I'm like,
I'm a
Man,
ventriloquist.
Dudley's a ventriloquist, a good one.
Okay, so Gear, what got you started, my friend?
Well, I had an old cell phone. It was like 2013, I guess. Made a couple little jingle songs up and recorded them on my phone, and couldn't figure out how to share them on Facebook. So I started looking around, and I found, well, I already knew what YouTube was, but I found out that I could put them on YouTube, then share the links to Facebook. And after a while, I found out there's like actual communities. And when I first started YouTube, I started watching like all the car guys that would like show their cars and show working on them and like shop talk and all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
Because back before I was on a chain, that's what I used to do with my cousins, hang out and Well, I was the hey, go fetch this, go fetch that boy, but
You're the gopher.
I'd rather went and found the tools and done the work. And anyways, all that, and then after a while, I found out there was like other communities and um like the gun prepping type communities, and followed a couple of those for a long time. Some of them I still follow, but
Yeah.
there's been a lot that's come and gone, and a lot of chat that's come and gone.
Well, hopefully we're all here for a while.
Unless you fall down the stairs mysteriously. I'm kidding.
Sounds like Trish might have something planned for you there, Dudley.
I know it.
I think so.
And after 9
Come on,
years,
you guys, honestly, I fall down the stairs. That's why I'm not allowed in the basement of our house, because I'm the one that falls all the time. Little Creek, I don't have your email address. I just looked. I was going to share it.
and after 9 years, there's not been one single chat that started exactly on time when they have it set for.
Hey, we
How
try.
late were we today?
Think less than a minute.
I don't
See?
know.
Dudley?
I had too many things going on earlier.
Well, I was waiting
See,
on
that's
you.
why I start 5 minutes early and play music, because then you're never late.
That's right. There you go. I gotta figure out how to do the intro.
Oh, your actual address. Oh, gotcha. I'll do it as soon
Intros
as
aren't
the
that
stream is
difficult,
over.
Wiley.
Huh?
The biggest thing to do an intro, the biggest thing you need to have is you need to have a video editing software, because you need to get some type of picture or video that you're going to have playing, and then you can put the music in and stuff, but you need to get the music that is non-copyrighted. So you got to make sure that it's
Right.
not copyrighted, because if you play copyrighted music, they'll instantly kill all your hours.
Yeah, they demonetized one of the camping video because of Marty playing "Walk with Thee."
He was playing it on a guitar.
Yeah,
Yes, and singing.
they copyrighted it.
Mm-hmm. In less than 2 hours of it being put up.
That was somebody that loves you guys made that complaint, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I looked it up and disputed it, and
Yeah,
they got
yeah.
another 20 days before they have to get back to me on it.
Yeah, but the issue is if you were monetized, it'd really kill you, because you get all of your views in the first 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
So that's why people that don't like people instantly make a complaint about any video they have, because they figure if you're monetized, if they don't know if you are or not, they figure, oh, watch, I'll screw them over this way. And then, your first 24 hours is when you get all your views on YouTube. So whatever you get the first 24, that's the majority of the views you're going to get on that video.
Oh,
Every time I put out a live, I get reported. And then I have to go in and request
A review.
and yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Every time you do a video live,
Yep.
I bet you I know who that asshat is.
Uh-huh.
Yep. And I think it's the same one that got us.
Yeah, seriously, Marty.
Because the very first time he popped up, we popped them all. So I don't play games. I'm not going to play games.
Yeah, and it's an open-writed song, gospel song.
Mm.
Open source.
Yeah.
Yeah, my YouTube life has been hardcore over the past 10 months. Yeah.
Well, and that's why if you notice, even the real big, huge channels, a lot of times within the first year or two of them being monetized, you'll notice they go off for maybe 6 or 9 months, And it's because they're getting all the BS from all the haters. And they're just like, I'm done with this. I don't need this in my life anymore.
Well, you guys did hear about that one YouTuber that did have to take off for a whole year, and the FBI had to take over. Did you hear about that?
No.
Roman Atwood. Courtney, they were stalking him to the point they would walk up to his personal cameras on his house, take a picture of the camera, send it to him. They called, had his insurance canceled while they were on a trip, had their electricity shut off in the middle of winter.
That had to be somebody he knew.
Yeah.
Threatened to bomb one of their relatives' funerals. Yeah, the FBI had to make them get off YouTube, Facebook, all social media. They had to get off of it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
With his prank channel, he made a couple of people really mad, and they were taking him to court. I don't know whatever become of that, but I wonder if it wasn't them or someone from them.
Yeah.
They've not been allowed to say who it was. I mean, they know who it is now, but but they can't say who it was. But I mean, that stuff is real. I know there's another channel, Douglas Ducote Sr. He's ex-military, and they know who it is, but he was calling the governor of Louisiana and the senator saying it was him, Douglas Ducote Sr., threatening to kill him with like a hammer and all this stuff. So he got raided by the FBI. I mean, it's
one of the reasons why even when we got here, I made sure the police officers in the area know who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm a former law enforcement officer, because they tried doing that BS to me 2-3 years ago. But they ended up calling the dispatch center where I worked, and everybody knew me. So it was like, yeah, this guy's full of it.
Yeah, that's about like the police around here.
He's the emergency manager that we have to call to go take care of stuff like this. No, this is not the right guy.
Yeah, all of our police officers around here know us.
Yeah, I mean, our home was like, we've taken in so many families over the years through fires and just being homeless and stuff, trying to help people out. So we've had the state in and out of our house for years and years and years. Some of those kids are in counseling. My grandkids have been in counseling. So we're very, everybody here knows we're not out to hurt nobody, So when we had a father of some of the kids that was staying here for a while, he was calling the state in on us constantly, to the point he called his sheriff's department to get them to contact our police department to get our address so he could show up and get the kids. And they were like, we're not doing that, because two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to be working a homicide case or in a assault charge. I ain't doing it. So it's crazy.
Next time he called, he put the asshole of the police force on the phone with him.
Yeah. You say we didn't get bothered much after that, but which I was surprised, because me and the asshole of the police department go toe to toe every time we have to go to any work with him. Me and him fight. So it's a wonder they haven't thrown me in jail. He doesn't like to do his job, so, and I call him out on it. I'm not going to tolerate it. So.
And now he's a detective.
Another thing you're not supposed to tell CPS is next time you're going to come at supper time, at least bring a pizza.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be nice to them, because they're just doing what they got to do. I mean, they don't want to be there any more than I want them there. So
they're just doing a job.
When the oldest kid was in school, at least 4 times, maybe 5 times, they was at our house. Anytime he'd get a bruise on his arm or anywhere, they'd show up.
Yeah. We had when Dudley and I moved to Nebraska when he was working harvest. My family was so pissed that we were moving. And when we got up there, they called CPS on us and told them we were starving our son to death because our son is this really tall string bean and he can't gain weight. At the time, he couldn't gain weight because of the medication they had him on. And they came and she was like, I had a pizza box on the table and I had plastic wrap over that, and I had a snowflake that I had just crocheted and glued, stretched out on it. And she was like, is that a food box? And I'm like, yeah, it's an old pizza box. Obviously, you know, there's not going to be food in it. I have crafts stuck to the top of it. She flips the lid up. She goes, oh, okay. Like, are you stupid?
Some of them are, seriously.
Yeah, she came with the chief of police, which we were kind of friends with him, and he was getting irate.
Yeah, he was about there.
He was about to tell her to get out.
Yeah.
When we moved to Nebraska, our second day in Nebraska, I had to call the police to my house because my son found some really, really, and I mean, old handcuffs in a ditch and put them on both hands. So the officer came to the house thinking, oh, they're handcuffs. He's just going to use his key and pop them, right? Nope. He said, oh, these are old handcuffs. He literally had to get down on his knees and pry them things off of my son to get them off because they were so old. And from that moment on, we were like friends with the police there because Morgan is autistic and has a bunch of other problems. And so
he hasn't met a stranger.
When he'd get too wound up, we'd have to call the police in to come get him to calm down because he just has respect for the police officers and stuff. And so we all just became good friends to the point, you know, like if he'd walk down to the creek to go fishing and they seen him and it started to rain, they'd put him in the car and bring him home. I mean, it was just real small USA kind of thing. And when she came in there and she was like, well, why is he so skinny? I'm like, well, here's his list of meds. This one, and this one don't allow him to eat, you know, so we have to basically force feed him to get him to eat. Yeah. The cop literally took her by her elbow and let her out of the house. So I was like, and then he came in and apologized, and I'm like, she's just doing her job, but, you know, and we knew it was my family that called, you know, so.
It's like harassment, though. It's
What's
like
really
ridiculous.
sad is when people use that as a weapon against you. Because they don't realize what they're doing, because now your name's in these records that they have and stuff, and why it was brought up to them and all this BS, and that can actually affect you later on. And idiots just don't understand that, and they think it's funny.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, and the police officer, he was looking at her and he is like, we deal with this family all the time. They have this person as a caseworker. This is his psychiatric doctor. Here's his, you know, this doctor, you know, he knew all the information because she would, as soon as I could answer questions, she'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And he kind of took it in for me because he was getting mad. She wouldn't let me talk. And he's like, this boy is special needs. You know, he is on a lot of medications, and he'd say, go get his meds. So I can carrying out all his meds. And thank God Morgan's outgrown most of that stuff. But at the time, I didn't think I was going to live through raising that boy. But, you know, and I've pretty much had a state worker in my house at least twice a month since he was 5 years old. Mm-hmm. So, because we've had him in counseling and things, trying to get help for his behavioral issues and things of that nature, you know, so I'm not, you know.
Yeah, I miss what's her face?
Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not been easy raising special needs son, and now I'm raising my special needs grandson, but you know, I'm used to having this state in and out of my life. I'm used to having to deal with these people and know, just like the school system. That's why I won't put my grandkids in the school system, it was complete hell getting Morgan through school because they didn't want to follow his IEPs and stuff. And it was like, no, this ain't working and you're going to do this. So I'd make the, the phone calls and find like parent teacher organizations or whatever. Like here in Missouri, it's called Impact, so they can't speak for you, but they can give you all the information. Mm-hmm. And they're like your coach. This is what you say. This is what you need to have with you. And I wasn't afraid to take him into the school with me. So I'd come to school to his IEP meetings. I'd have his care coordinator with me and the impact person with me. And I'd say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Wow.
And that's what you have to do. My mom played hell with my little sister. My little sister was MMR. And the school was constantly, like they held my sister back so many years that she was getting a hump in her back because she was lowering herself to be the same height as the other kids. And so they had to put her back up in the grade where she should have been, but put her in LD classes and stuff, And I remember my mom fighting, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. So I just went over everybody's heads as soon as I recognized there was going to be a problem, and that's how we handle things. But when Morgan graduated high school, I had every IEP that he ever had gotten through school. And it's important if you have special needs children, and it doesn't matter if it's physical or mental, you need to keep every record, and you got to keep very detailed records of everything. And because it's your ammunition, that's your fighting power. So
wow.
I mean, when he graduated high school, he graduated in December. He graduated early. So
well, that's good, right? That's good.
Yeah. When he started his senior year, they told me he only needs 1 credit. So I said, okay. So he worked his butt off, but it was so bad. The school was like, we're not even going to teach him. We're not even going to work with his handwriting anymore. We're just going to let him use this iPad, and that's how he's going to do his schoolwork. My son was writing like a third grader his senior year. He can't write in cursive. He can't spell.
Well, they don't even teach spelling.
Yeah, they don't teach cursive anymore in the school.
No, they call it creative. Yeah, no, they call it creative writing here. And I'm like, if they can't spell the word, how are they supposed to know if autocorrect is the correct word to use or not? Oh, they'll figure it out. And I'm like, how are the teachers supposed to know what the hell they're saying? Well, as long as we have a basic idea, then it's okay. Yeah. So I got my 3 grandkids, and I said, hey,
area
no, we're
education.
going to school. Mm-hmm.
No kid left behind.
Yeah. Try and do that in a graduate program. They're like, no.
Yeah. Or Voctech.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Morgan was in junior ROTC since he was a freshman, right, babe?
Yeah.
We put him in that. And then his senior year, we finally talked him into letting him be in construction because he knew how to use the tools, even though he had severe epilepsy. They were scared, and I was like, he's on his medication, he's not having seizures, and then there's trigger warnings and stuff with Morgan. You can tell when he's getting ready to have a seizure. And so
I think you would have been good at welding.
No, because of the flashing, it would have triggered a seizure.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, when they got him in construction, they were shocked because they were like, he's got all this talent. He's got all this talent. And I'm like, it's because we've been teaching him. We teach him these things at home because they've just seen, he's special needs. And so we're not going to work with him. And if you look at my son, you would never know in a million years he's special needs. He doesn't look like he's got anything wrong with him.
That's like Dakota. He come to the house and wants to learn.
Yes. That boy was a mess.
Yeah.
I'll show you my son. Hopefully it don't glare too bad on you guys. Does it
Aw.
glare? That's my son and his girlfriend.
Oh,
I-
Oh, she must have.
Hit the wrong button, I think, Trish.
yep.
What did I do?
I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I didn't touch anything with the picture.
I was trying to
No,
blow
when
you
we're-
up. Then I hit the
You're
remove button.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we have an unofficially adopted son. And when he
One.
came, well, yeah, he's the only one that stuck around. That turned out to be worth anything. When he came, he was 16 years old. And that boy was confused. I mean, he's whiter than white. Okay, he's translucent. That's what we call him. But he was raised by his Hispanic stepfather and stepside of the family. So he dressed like most Hispanics do. And he got here because his mom decided she didn't want him no more. And so his grandparents started raising him because he was living on the streets basically in Colorado and
Wow.
stealing just so he could eat. And he spent 2 years in juvie up there. And when he got out, his mom didn't want him, so she sent him to Missouri to live with his grandparents. Well, and where we live, way down here in BFE, it's jeans, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and boots, Occasionally you'll catch people wearing tennis shoes or whatnot, but that's what people wear here. And here's Mr. Coda. Everybody call him Cholo all the time.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, Cholo. And he's got on his button-up shirt, it's like 6 times too big for him. And it's, I'm like, and he's only like 5'4", so he's this little scrawny runt of a kid. And he came to me one day. He's like, "Mom, they're not teaching me anything at school." And I'm like, "Well, what do you want to know?" He's like, "I want to know how to write in cursive. I want to know how to spell." He said, "The only thing that I'm really learning is from you and my grandparents." So he had first grade spelling. So it's sad.
Yep.
So, it's really sad.
And I got kindergarten spelling, so. And I forget the crayons most of the time.
Yeah.
Hooked on phonics worked for me.
That's pretty bad though when they're coming to you and saying, "I'm not learning enough."
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, the other boy that we had, the state came to us and asked if we'd take him in for a while. It was the same way with him. His parents were more involved with their weed and alcohol than raising their kids. And so, we took him in for a while, and he tried to do the right thing and compensate drugs at school to keep kids from getting in trouble, except for just as the drugs went into his hand, he got busted with them, so threw him into juvie. So he got to spend 2.5 years in juvie. So, and when they got out, they placed him back with his parents, and so now he's a meth addict, alcohol, whatever he can get his hands on. So, he was not fun. And I love these kids. These kids, they were my kids. I didn't treat them any different than I treated my own, so they were mine. And it breaks my heart to see him go down that path. But we lost Morgan to meth for a while. He was gone for like 2.5 years or something.
Yeah,
And he was looking at 7 years of prison time. And he got this public defender. Thank God he got this. Most public defenders aren't worth 2 cents, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, hell, they're going to, She called me and she said, "What's his diagnosis?" And I was like, "Well, he's got this, this, and this." And she goes, "Do you have any paperwork?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And so all those IEPs I'd kept all his life for school, I had all those. I had both his neuropsych evals he's had throughout his life. I handed those over to her, and she made the state have him tested to prove that he was not fit for prison. So they put him in a different program, and he lives in his own apartment now. He has his first job. He's clean. He's been clean for the past 2 years. So he's doing good. Thank the Lord Jesus for that one. So, but it's hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm telling you, when I say I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to fight nobody else. You know, I'm just sick of fighting people, but I mean, that's what you have to do. So, and there's so many programs out there for free to homeschool kids nowadays. You don't have to be, yeah, I graduated high school, but I didn't go get a teacher's degree or anything like that, so I'm homeschooling my kids, so.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing with my son. I'll be homeschooling him.
Have you discovered Rock and Learn on YouTube?
Mm-mm.
Let's get him started on Rock and Learn. It's just ROCK, the letter N, and Learn. And then you can go to the playlist for his age group.
Mm-hmm. Teaches
him how to spell words, tell time, count money, count, the proper way to pronunciate his words. I mean, this is what I do with my 3. When I have the 2 oldest ones on their computers doing their online courses, Emmett watches Rock and Learn, and he's 2. He's getting ready to be 3, but he can identify his letters now and colors and all that stuff. He's doing really good. So, and they do it through singing. They do a lot of singing, stuff like that, and exercise.
Okay. I'll see if I can drop the link.
They love it. They absolutely love it. And we don't watch TV here. I don't allow TV in this house. Thanks to Morgan. But so I'm very choosy on what I allow them to watch and stuff. And with Bentley, our middle grandson, he gets overstimulated by certain things. And if he sees any kind of violence or stuff, he likes to act out everything he sees. So I got to keep everything like real, Daniel the Tiger kind of, won't you be my neighbors? Yeah. Because Bentley acts out everything. So we have to be careful with what he watches. So
yeah,
this Rock and Learn has turned it really good. So really good for him too. So.
There's the link.
Okay, thank you.
Good job, Gear.
Oh, Gear. But it's awesome. I was impressed because YouTube has several different, learning things and stuff, but some of them are just really boring,
Yeah.
And I can turn this on and they will sit in front of it all day long. And Emmett, as soon as it pauses or freezes or whatever, TV! He screams, comes running, TV, TV, TV. He has like complete meltdowns because he can't watch Rock and Learn. I'm like, oh my God, you guys. So, but you should see if he likes that. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, my son is having trouble talking. Like he's not talking. He's almost 3.
Mm-hmm.
And he says some things, but he doesn't carry on full sentences or anything. So
Emmett don't really do a lot of that either. And I think part of Emmett's problem is Lydia and Bentley try to do everything for him.
Yeah.
And so when he was a lot smaller, he would like grunt or make noises, but he's starting because.
Yeah, that's what he does right now. He'll go,
yeah,
point at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he'll take my hand to it. He does that a lot. He'll grab your hand and.
Mm-hmm. So what I do is I'll say sippy, and then he'll say, and I'll say sippy, and if he wouldn't say the word, I'd put it back down.
Yeah.
And then I'd pick it up and then say sippy, and he'd say sippy, and then he could have it. But now when Morgan was little, and everybody thought that was so weird, to get Morgan to talk, I'd have to put his hand on my mouth and say the word, and then put his hand on his mouth, and then he would say the word. So, and they think that was part of his autism, but I don't know. I've never seen. Ouch, Jerry. That sucks. I've never seen a kid like that. I've not been around a lot of autistic children though either. So
Yeah.
and it wasn't until I started raising Morgan that then I started, becoming more and more familiar with him because of the different counseling and stuff he was in. So, but
Yeah, the links I'm posting are everybody's channel. So,
Oh, thank you.
maybe. Yes, Emmett loves to sing. He's a little character. They were singing today.
Aw.
They sing all the time. So, and that's what we do at nap time. I'll say A, B, C, and then he'll go E, F, G. We'll do our ABCs, and then he'll fall asleep. So, but I wouldn't trade him for the world. I have my days where I'm just like, oh, if I don't catch a break in a minute, somebody's head's gonna roll. But I wouldn't trade him for nothing. Not $1 million. Good
good night, Little Creek.
night, Little Creek. And
Good
Billy,
night.
he's gone for the week. His other grandma Trish came and got him, so she's gonna have him for this week. So, and she's really awesome. She'll keep his schooling going and stuff. So I know he's not gonna miss out on any of that or anything. So she'll keep him squared up there. So wish I could say that about his mother, but Marty, I don't like electrical work. It bites too hard.
That's why I don't have no teeth.
The results can be pretty shocking.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Especially when you get a hold of the live wire and it won't let you go until the power gets killed. That's always fun.
I don't like tracing down electrical wiring.
Well, Trish, that's why you don't grab it with your hand, the palm of your hand, because if you grab a wire that way, the natural instinct of your muscles is to clamp down. You put it on the back of your hand. That way you can pull your hand away if something happens.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of fire knowledge there for you.
I learned
There you
that.
go,
I'll just give you a little hint on my dad. His dad was building a one-bedroom
Don't do this, and he'd show you, right?
No, they had one of those dual light switches that are side by side. And he said, I'm going to flip the power, you go flip the switch. Well, I was used to just flipping it with one finger, right? Well, I didn't realize. And when I flipped up at the same time, I caught that live wire in my finger and, and I think I was like 8 or 9 years old. And he's like, are you okay? I'm like, I couldn't do nothing. So he shut it off. And when I was a little bit older, my grandparents had a travel trailer, whatever you want to call it. And the manhole that they had for it was right at the back bumper. Now, they stripped this thing down to the bare metal because for some reason it had been grounded wrong. So every time it rained and you touched the doorknob, you'd get a little jolt. And so they were trying to shut the water off to it. And he said, Trish, come here and shut this water off. Well, me not knowing, because I've never had this experience before, I grabbed a hold of the metal bumper with one hand to hold myself up and reach down in the water to shut the damn water off because I didn't know. And
You completed the circuit.
Sir did. And he's like, he laughed. He's like, oh, that's so funny. And I'm like, that's not funny. He's like, why do you think I didn't do it? And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what I have.
She tells my brother to grab these 2 wires that she turned off.
I didn't realize. No, that's not all my fault. Okay, that's not all my fault. That's not all my fault. I shut the breaker off. I just shut the wrong one off. I didn't realize that switch was connected to the other breaker box. I didn't know. I thought it was all on the same breaker.
Wow.
Yeah. The best one, though, is I lived in this house here in Monette, and I kept telling my dad every time we take a shower, I get shocked. He said, you can't. And I said, Dad, I'm telling you, every time I take a shower, I'm getting the shit shocked out of me when I go to turn the damn water off. He's like, that's not possible. Okay,
it is
whatever.
if they grounded everything to the plumbing.
Yeah. So one day my washer quit. So he came over and see you later, Jerry. He came over and was trying to help me figure out what was wrong with my washer. And I had bent over to plug it in, and my lip touched the washing machine. It was not even plugged into the wall. All right. And I'm like, whoa. And Dad's like, what? And I said, that thing just shocked my lip. He said, it can't, Trish. It's not plugged in. I was like, Dad, it shocked my lip. He said, it fucking can't. And he started screaming at me, right? And throwing his tools. I'm like, Dad, it shocked my lip. He licks his finger, touches the washer. He's like, so bitch. He's like, how's that happening? I'm like, I told you. He went down there. Sure as shit, they had all our electric grounded to our water lines. I was like, I've been telling you.
Well, it could be worse. Be like his house. It's grounded to the gas line.
Yeah. Yep.
The reason they do that a lot of times is because they don't want to drive a 12 or 18-foot grounding rod into the ground. So they say, oh, well, the gas line's underground enough. We'll just ground it to that.
Yep.
I actually have a grounding rod in my basement. It's sticking up out of the ground. Like,
yeah. This house scares me because it is grounded. I think I might try to get the shit shocked out of me than have a little boom. But you know.
What is bad, this house does have a grounding rod.
You probably need 2 or 3 more is the problem.
Yeah.
The ones outside of the house?
Yep.
I don't know that they're for the actual, or they for the, I think they're for the add-on addition to this house because when they added everything on. I don't think they're for the actual house.
I'd hate to trace these wires.
No shit. Well, we're going to have to.
Well, I'm going to have to redo all the wiring. You got the new wiring going into the old paper-colored wiring, which is still alive.
This house is scary. They started building it in 1945 and finished it in 1950. And there's actually 3 different kinds of wire in this house. So
yeah, same here.
Yep.
It's a little scary.
My office used to be a Faraday cage.
No, come on. Our house, instead of, it has the plaster with the like mesh wire all through it.
Yeah.
So
yep.
The boys learned the hard way not to punch the walls here because they thought they were sheetrock. Ha ha ha.
They were shiplat, huh?
Yep.
No. There's no wood. It's just plaster and that real heavy mesh, like chicken wire.
Oof.
And if you have AT&T, you're not getting a signal in this house. It ain't coming in.
Because of all the metal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's a nightmare. It's a booger. And so, yeah. Most houses around here in Missouri, they have that wood, the plaster and the
slat.
What did you call it? Yeah. Most houses are that. This house is not. But the guy who built this house had just come home from World War II. So it makes me wonder what he knows. What did he know? That he built this house completely different than every other house in this area.
Yeah.
Well, the architecture over there is a lot better than what we're here.
Do what, babe?
Back then, the architecture over there were better than here.
What? No, babe. What I'm saying is all the houses around us were built relatively around the same time. Every one of those houses have the wood and plaster where this one doesn't. Makes me wonder what he knew the rest of them didn't know.
Well, you probably seen something like that overseas and brought it back.
Most of them all had just come home from World War II, dear.
Oh, well.
You forget almost every man in America was shipped over that was able-bodied. They were shipped somewhere.
Yeah. My old house had actual real 2x4s in it. Those like extremely thick walls. And they had, I can't remember, but I think they had two things of like they had drywall and then they put plaster over top of it.
Yeah.
And so the walls were like super thick.
Did you have the
They do
newspaper
that in some
insulation?
houses as a fire preventative measure, because if you have two layers of, like a layer of plaster and a layer of the sheetrock, that actually helps prevent the fire from moving through the house.
Yeah, the entire house was done like that. It was weird. Very thick walls and like insulated very nicely.
Good night, Suburban. Sleep
Good night,
well.
Suburban.
Yeah, we like our garage was built around the same time, and what it used to be was the old
Carriage house.
carriage barn, and it's been converted into a garage now. But the loft, you will burn up every bit you have getting holes drilled through it to run. When we ran the electric, we went through 4 bits, and there were those diamond tip bits because that oak is just solid. It's a bitch. It's a bitch. So, and this room used to be
bail out, guys.
All right, Bruce, you have one.
The boss lady's getting ready to head to bed. It sounds like.
Uh-oh.
Get her done. I mean, have a good
night.
Get her done. Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye. But this room that I'm in right here used to be a back porch. And you can see back there about that heater, that line in the paint, that used to be all sandstone right there on that wall, and then the wall next to the window, and the same on the other corner where they didn't even take it off. They just built the walls over it. So we had to tear it all out so we can put heat out there. There's no heat or air out here at all, so it's fun. So, but it's a sunroom. It's all windows out here now, so I just like, well, we'll just use that for the classroom. Keep all of it together. So,
and it's cheaper on lights.
Wait, yeah, it is. I don't turn on lights during the day most of the time, and the kids are like, it's dark in here. Open your eyes. But yeah, I've lived in those old houses where it was the plaster and wood, and you go to put a picture and you hear all the plaster falling down behind the wall, and you're like, oh crap. Now the house I lived in when I was a kid growing up, it was built in the 1800s, and when my parents started tearing it down, they had layers and layers and layers of old wallpaper and newspaper and just layers of it, just over and over. Some of it we were able to get big enough pieces we could, kind of read what it was saying and stuff, but it was neat.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Hey, Courtney, I want to send you something later on. I want
to
make it. Well, I'll mail it to you. So.
Okay.
Email?
Yep. No. Mail. Snail mail. I want to make one for all the channels. So.
Okay.
Oh, you're making? Oh, okay.
Yep.
He's. Don't ask me. He just does stuff, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't get a say, but whatever. Okay.
You'll like it. As soon as I figure out our logo, I'm gonna make one for us.
Okay. That's something I wanted to ask you, Courtney. I was thinking about doing our intro with the kids praying because they love, we say bedtime prayers every night. Would you think that would be a bad thing, or?
No.
I just want to record their voices and have like a picture taken of the 3 of them and have that picture turned into like a little cartoon type picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just have that like our intro with them saying the prayer.
Yeah. I don't see why not. It's if it's you guys.
Yeah. I think it'd just be cute. It's different. It's something different. So, because I don't like being like everybody else. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a good follower. It's like, oh, everybody else is doing it. Okay, no, thank you. I'll go do my own thing over here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
The exact same way. I forgot that you were a Taurus like me. Your birthday is like the day before mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was telling Dudley that, and he goes, "Oh shit." Yeah. See, and his birthday is 121. Here, I'll tell you in private. What on earth?
It's
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. All right. This is Dudley's. Okay. And then here's mine. It's crazy. And fives are like my number through it's like everything is 5. 5 here,
Yeah.
5 there, 5 there. It's like, oh my God, 5s. It's crazy. Do you do any research on you're like being an empath or anything, or
Yeah.
how did you discover that you was an empath?
I've always known I was ever since I was little.
oops. Sorry, I misspelled your name.
That's okay. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. That'd be awesome. Thank you. I've always known ever since I was little. It's just something I've always known.
Welcome back, dude.
I've known it before I knew what they called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when you was a kid, did you see weird things that like other people didn't see, or feel things that
No,
other people didn't
I
feel?
did not see. I still don't see, but I hear and feel things.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I had 2 encounters when I was younger, and the house that I was telling you about with the wallpaper and stuff. The person that originally built that was a doctor, and my room used to be his storeroom for his medications. So there were certain nights I'd wake up, and there was this man standing there, and he had his white shirt rolled up to about here on his arm. He had the really thin suspenders that would come down, and they wide down at the bottom and attached to his pants. And he always had his hands in his pocket, standing in the door. Never said nothing, never did anything. That's how he was every time I'd see him. He was just like that, standing in that bedroom door. And of course, being, 6 or 7 years old, I'd run upstairs to my dad, and I was like scared out of my mind. And then when I was like 9 or 10, dude, I hate that mask. God. I mean, with that thing. Oh, dear. I was like,
What's that in the window?
shut up, Billy. I was like 10 or 11. You're going to get my PTSD triggered out the ass, man. Quit. I spent the night with this friend of mine, and her house was right across the street from ours on the corner. And my dad had lived in that same house when he was a kid. And so I always thought, oh, this is so cool. My dad used to live here. So I try to think about stuff, which room was my dad's room and stuff like that, You're goober. Garrett, behave. And the whole upstairs, Dudley Wiley, the whole upstairs of this house, there was 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. And it had the big walkout balcony on it. And then downstairs was a big bedroom, a bathroom, living room, kitchen, and a huge, huge, like, formal dining room. So it was a really cool house. But over the years, people just, trashed it. It wasn't the greatest anymore. And hi, Demeter. Thank you for coming back. And so we always stayed upstairs when I'd spend the night. We had the whole upstairs to ourselves, and her mom would stock the kitchen with snacks, and then we'd have movies and stuff. Well, this one night, her brother had come home, and he was real bad alcoholic and on drugs, and he wouldn't let us upstairs. So she called her mom. She worked overnights, and asked if we could stay in her room. And she said, yeah, you can. And so we stayed in her room. We went to bed. And sometime, and I don't even know what time it was, Courtney, I woke up to a crackling sound and smoke.
Oh.
And I look up, and the whole entire wall was on fire, and Satan's face was in that fire. I grabbed my shit. I'm dead serious.
How old were you?
I was like between the ages 10 and 11. 9, 10, 11. And I ran my ass across the street in the middle of the night, pounding on my parents' door. I never went back to get any of my stuff. I left all my clothes, everything. I never went back over there. Scared the shit out of me.
They're back.
I mean, and she's like, why don't you ever come back? And I couldn't go. My diamond earrings that my grandma had just bought me for my 8th grade graduation. I mean, I left it all. Scared the hell out of me.
Wow.
Now I hear like stuff, like I'll get, okay. And it makes me uncomfortable because I don't know what it is or where it's coming from. And I don't like saying things to people because it freaks them out.
Yeah.
And then you're just batshit crazy, right?
Yeah, I usually don't talk about it either because I don't, people are just
right.
They don't believe you or they think you're full of crap or.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Dudley's mom died when he was 21. And he has a unofficially adopted sister that she took off the streets. You're not funny, asshole. God, he's such a freak. I'm gonna have a heart attack on live. Anyway,
I thought it'd be nice to get coffee.
She lives in Kentucky, and she came and stayed with us for a little while so we could kind of meet her and everything. But one day, I was on the phone with her, and she's like, she goes, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I keep hearing this thing in my head. It's not from me, but I don't know where it's from, and it's driving me nuts. And I don't understand what it's saying. And she said, well, what is it saying? And I said, I don't understand it. And she said, just say it. And I said, well, I miss you, Minnie Mouse, keeps running through my head. And she's like, you're fucking kidding me. Starts bawling, hangs up the phone. And I'm like, oh, crap. It took her about an hour. She calls me back. That's what Dudley's mom used to call her, was Minnie Mouse.
Wow.
I'm going to cry. I got to quit. But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I never got to meet Dudley's mom, and they don't talk about her a lot because she died Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a sudden kind of thing. So it's everybody's real, you know how that is. So
yeah.
And Dudley didn't, he remembers that's what his mom called her, but he didn't think about it, So
Me think.
I love you, baby. And so I get that kind of. So
yeah.
When my uncle died, I knew he died before my mom got the phone call. Like I just had that.
You have that feeling.
And then his brother was having a real hard time emotionally, and we weren't talking. We hadn't been talking for 2 years. And I woke up in the middle of the night, and I'm like, you need to call Billy. And he's like, no, I'm not calling Billy. And I'm like, no, you really need to call Billy. Something's wrong with Billy. He's like, I'm not calling Billy. And I wouldn't leave him alone until I called Billy, and turned out Billy's wife was in the hospital. She's almost dead. So and they've been talking ever since, thank God. But I just get that that urge, somebody, yeah. And I don't know how to explain it. And then I hear people, oh, that's Satan talking to you. Well, okay.
Yeah. You and 500 other billion people that have the same issue. It can't all be Satan.
This thing right here is beside me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So, and I read it daily. I know, I'm well versed. Satan knows the Bible forward and backwards just like everybody else. I get it. I totally know. But I don't follow Satan. I don't worship Satan. I don't want nothing to do with Satan. So, yeah.
There's nothing you can do if it's a gift. That's just what you have.
Well, see, my mom knows. She gets a hand. All she sees is just from here down is gone. She just gets the rest of the hand, and it'll go in front of her face like that. And so when she wakes up, she knows somebody has passed away.
Oh, wow.
So then she's expecting a phone call. Well, her great aunt was born with a veil. Don't ask me what that's supposed to mean. It's something big in the psychic world.
No, when it's basically you're born with your amniotic sac. outside of your body, and they'll have to take it off. That's what they call the veil. And usually people that are born like that do have a psychic gift.
So apparently it's a family trait.
Yeah.
Thank you, babe. It's a family thing. I didn't ask for it. Trust me, I have to tell things to leave me alone. I've had a few people visit that I get names, but
yeah, I've had people put straight up. It usually happens when I'm dreaming. It's your most vulnerable time, and it always happens when I'm dreaming. And I've straight up had somebody poke me in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I do mine come when I'm awake and aware. Like,
yeah,
I've cleansed this house because we've had a gentleman with the old derby style hat. We've had him in the house, so we've had to shoot him away because that scares the crap out of me. I'll be honest, it scares the whole.
That is actually the cause of your PTSD too.
Well, I was abused a lot when I was growing up, and then in my early adult life, there's a lot of physical and sexual abuse. So that's the biggest part of it. But
I think you have a lot of anxiety due to that because you don't know what's going to happen. Like you kind of get freaked out.
Yeah, I have agoraphobia, so I don't go nowhere by myself. I mean, I can't even go outside of my house. That's why I'm like, get me in the country so I can be at peace. I need outside. I love to be outside, but the neighbors. I mean, if somebody drives by and looks at me, I'm running for the door. I'm like, they see me. I can't handle it, and yeah, I can't handle it. So, yes, dear.
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
Okay.
I like thinking outside the box. So,
how do you do that when you never come out of it? I'm just wondering. Just kidding.
Know.
But I mean, I've lived.
I don't like coming out.
I need a new lighter, dear. Mine just died. But I mean, I've been in houses where you can look above you.
Look above.
What did you? Dudley. Ceiling fan, not a lighter, dude. Come on. But yeah, I've lived in houses where you can feel their presence and stuff, and
yeah,
I've had crazy things happen, like things move on their own, and the whole household, everybody in my house cleared out. We're gone, And I say stuff like, if I sense a name, because that's the only word I can think of to use. If I sense a name, I'll just say that name, and I'll say stop. You're not playing here. Or leave us alone, something where I'm in control, where I take, like this is mine and you're not doing this, and then it quits. But
have you ever tried meditation so you could get to control that a little bit better?
I can't shut my head off.
Yeah, I have a hard time shutting my head off too. Yeah. But what I do is I don't shut my head off completely, but what I will do is I will visualize something. Or like I'll visualize a scene, and that helps me to meditate more because I can't. Well, like you said, I'm like I can't concentrate unless I'm focused on something.
Yeah.
Like I can't just think of something blank to meditate on. So it has to be a picture or a story or something. So when I close my eyes, I'm like, But when I close my eyes, it's like a freaking light show. Do you have that?
Yes, and this is something else I get.
Just focus on me.
Millions of faces, people I've never seen, and I just get from here up, all races, ages, genders. Just it's like the damn wheel on a stupid gambling thing, where it spins.
I don't get that, but there for a while when I was meditating, I would see shadows of people. It was like I get very detailed. It'd be like me looking at you, but my eyes are closed and they just flash one right after the other, all ages. Yeah.
And it's weird. And then I get like light shows. Does that make sense? Like, so I don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't either very well.
between the pain and the other, I just don't sleep. Yeah. I get my best sleep when I take my little 3-hour nap during the day, and then I'm good. So,
yeah. When I close my eyes, there for a while, I was getting this healing done.
Diggs, I believe you, Diggs.
Yeah. Well, I was getting this healing done where somebody would touch me and like they would like do a healing like that.
Yeah.
But if I closed my eyes, I could actually see their energy. Yeah. Like their energy, and it would always be like this bright purple spiral. Mm-hmm. It was so strange. And sometimes I still see that, or it's green sometimes. It's green and purple, but every time I close my eyes, it's a light show.
Yeah. I mean, I have tried to do the whole chakra thing, trying to clear energy and just trying to, but honest to God, my whole life, because I am very sensitive to other people's emotions and feelings. Yeah. I like this one lady was having a massive headache. She has major blood pressure problems. The minute I walked into her office, I couldn't even open my eyes. My head was hurting so bad. And I told her, "Hi, Viper." Cool. And I asked her, I said, "Are you having a headache?" And she said, "Yeah, how do you know?" I was like, "I can feel it. You need to get, because she'd already had one stroke. She was recovering from it." And I was just like, I've never experienced a headache like this. I was like, "You need to eat or do what you need to do," because she wouldn't tell anybody in the office. And she's this a high stress person. Like she was all the time high stress person. And I was embarrassed because they're like looking at me like I'm nuts, like, "How did you know? How did you know?" And I'm like, "I can feel it. I got her headache, man. I can feel it." And I went outside and was just crying because I was just embarrassed, and they're like, don't, because the one girl was like, I can do this kind of stuff sometimes too. And I'm like, well, I need to go home. That's why I don't drink a lot or anything, because it tends to open all that up more. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's all kinds of fun. And my mom calls me a psycho because I am emotional to other people's problems and stuff.
Oh, I am 100%. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a giant crybaby, even though she has, similar things with her.
Yeah, that's something I cannot control. So I do have to have medicine for that, because if not, I would be crying all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, I can't control that. So,
yeah,
I
was on 12 different medications, and one of them was trazodone to help me sleep because I couldn't sleep. You remember that story. But I just said, "God, I know this isn't the life you wanted me to have. You help me."
Yeah. There for a while. Yeah, I was on what's that? It's like a high Visceral and trazodone both. Yep. I couldn't do it anymore. I just stopped taking them because if I take a Visceral and then I would take a trazodone before I go to bed, I seriously wouldn't wake up for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I would be gone for 3 days.
Yeah, and they had my Visceral because I was on Buspar. Oh my God, it's been a while, so I can't remember them all. I was on Buspar, trazodone, Visceral, and that was as needed. Like if I had one of my extreme panic attacks, then
take a Visceral during the day. Yeah. I think I'd rather have a panic attack, because what would happen is I would be knocked out. Like, what's the point? I'm not living.
Well, at that time I didn't have any of the kids. My kids were grown, gone, and I hadn't had. So I was okay with it. And Deli was out, so I was by myself, and we were having. We live in town. And we had people breaking in the garage. It was just a bad time for me, and it was like sheer hell. And I was on all these medications. Bupar. Oh my God, I can't even remember them all. But there's like 12 different medications. Courtney, it got so bad I was having heart problems. I developed tachycardia. They had to put me on medication for that. It was nuts. It was just, I thought I'm gonna die. This is how I felt. I'm just gonna die. Because I was going nuts. And I had a counselor, and she looked at me. She goes, "Trish, did anybody ever tell you you're an empath?" And I was like, "No," because I was explaining all this stuff to her.
I'm really surprised that counselor actually told you that, because
Courtney,
they're very iffy about saying anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, my counselor later, I found out she was a biker chick that went to nudist colonies. So you could not love this woman. She was great. Not that I go to nudist colonies. I'm out on that. I'm terrified of bikes, but yeah, she was awesome. And she ended up losing her job because she was straightforward, but she was legit and she was honest. So, and she was more about the quality of care, not the quantity. And our government, they wanted quantity and not quality. So, Diggs, if you check out, you have a good night. Thank you for coming.
Yep. Have a good night, Diggs.
But I am glad that I'm not alone in this world with this craziness, because I don't know anybody here local. I don't know anybody that goes through this. I don't have that person to go.
Well,
hey.
You also kind of live in like the Bible Belt areas as well, and a lot of people won't admit to it because they're afraid they're going against the Bible.
Oh yeah,
and and it really kind of sucks, because it kind of leaves them like to a point where like they're afraid to say anything. They're actually experiencing something, and they're afraid to say anything, and they think they have something wrong with them.
Right. I see dead people. I don't necessarily see them all the time, but I definitely feel them.
Yeah.
And I've been in houses where, I could say, "Oh, the person here is this name," and they'll go look, and that was the name of the person who died in the house, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And then I'm like, "I'm going home now because that just got weird." I don't do weird very well, so I'm out. I don't know. I feel like I'm a what's the word I'm thinking here? Oh, I can't even think now.
We know.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I just can't even get it to come out. But yeah, I've had moments to where I scare myself. So it's like, oh, I gotta get out. I gotta go. Marty, you have a good night.
I'm with King. I see dumb people.
I'm allergic to stupid. Does that count? I want that shirt so bad.
Is that why you're sneezing all the time around me?
That's probably why I can't sleep upstairs. Probably, baby. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So I have more to say, but I don't like to say it in public. So sometime I'll call you or something, and we can have a conversation. But I don't typically like to talk about it in public or on here because
No, you're fine.
Because of people, but I would love to have a conversation with you. I think you're an amazing person.
I don't understand that. I'm just gonna be honest, and I thank you for saying it. I'm learning to be a little more grateful for people, but growing up the way I did and the stuff that I've endured, I don't see what everybody else sees. So when people say that, I would get angry.
Were you born with a veil too? You have.
So when I was born, my mom was 5'4". Okay, and I weighed 10 pounds, 12 ounces, and I got stuck. So when they used forceps on me and they ripped off the side of my face and broke her tailbone manually. So that's all I can tell you about my birth. She hated me. So she didn't want anything to do with me. Like most women, when they see their babies, they're like, "Oh, yeah." My mom's first words when she saw me was, "Oh my God, it's the quarterback for the LA Rams." And then tried to refuse me because I was dark skinned and had inch-long black hair all over my head. Well, I am part Native American, but she hated me. So, I don't know. But I'm too scared, I guess.
Have you traced your Native American roots too? I mean, that could have a lot to do with that.
We can't find our roll number. The closest thing we have is my fifth great-grandfather, or it's my mom's fifth great-grandfather. We have his battle and release papers from the Battle of Chickamauga during the Civil War, and they have him listed as dark-skinned, not Negro, but dark-skinned, which meant Native. So That's all we have.
Yeah.
Because
That's amazing. Like you seriously could have a gift that's been, I mean, sometimes people have this gift that's handed down like every other generation. So like you could have something that's like really amazing, and it, you know.
See, you two should do a private together.
Yeah,
we will. When she has more time, we will. Y'all keep your banana hammock wearing crap to yourselves. I'm sorry. Okay, Courtney. Whitey tighties or boxers?
Oh, whitey tighties make me gag.
Thank you. Oh my God. There's the sin. I'm done.
Yeah, the whole what's that Risky Business with Tom Cruise and his whitey tighties? That makes me want to throw up. His legs are disgusting.
My sister would not stop. She was hounding the shit out of me. You got to watch Magic Mike. You got to watch Magic Mike. I don't do chick flicks.
Yeah, the whole time I think of Magic Mike or anybody like that, and not that I do not have a problem with gay people in whatsoever, but I'm a woman and I am not attracted to that. So when I think of Magic Mike and some guy dancing all over me, I think of like this gay dude dancing all over me, and it really makes me want, like, it's not what I'm into. Like, it's just, I never, even in my younger years, I never went to a strip club or anything like that. It's just not.
No. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I'm sorry, man.
And it costs too much.
I can hang with this, and if you've got some muscles, I'm good with that. If you think you're going to come up and you're going to throw Captain Turtle in my face, I'm going to run away laughing at you because there ain't nothing there. It's just not attractive.
I don't want your
useful, but not attractive.
Yeah, I don't want your Speedo and whatever flapping in my face. I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I just that's not my thing.
You, Courtney, and Demeter could have a three-way.
Thanks, Ben. That just sounded perfect. What? But yeah, she my sister would not stop. You gotta watch this movie. I watch war movies. I watch true, minus Titanic because I wanted to puke. But I'm the blood and gut stuff. That's what I watch. I don't do any of this mushy gushy crap.
I like older movies. I love older British movies. Pride and Prejudice, that kind of thing. There was one particularly that I was watching. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I like The English Patient, and I just like, those are old. Like The English Patient is a great movie. It's a war movie. I just like that kind of romance. I like more of literature type of deal. I'm not into like in your face gratification, play some rap music in the background. That is just not my thing. No way.
So I made Debbie, when he came off the road one weekend, I said, you're going to watch this movie with me so I can tell her what I think of this movie and she'll shut up and leave me alone. I kept having to pause it so I could leave the room because I couldn't handle, and I'm like, okay, the really cute, good looking guy that was on NCIS or whatever. I'm like, there's an issue when you look that damn good and got a foot and oh my God, his ass was so flabby. I was like, ruined everybody for me. I was like, I don't like none of this. I can't do it. It's not my thing. And she was just like, oh my God. And she's like, she came at me with 50 Shades of Grey. And I was like, oh, you got me with Magic Mike. I ain't going there. Not going.
For me, it has to be it has to be a literature type of deal. It has to be more mental. It cannot be like, I'm not into that. I'm not into men dancing. Everybody, I don't know why, but all like younger girls are like, oh, let's go to Chippendales this weekend. I'm like, why? So I could waste my money on a bunch of gay guys? That's just and not that I don't. I mean, I love gay people. Don't get me wrong, but that's not what I'm attracted to. You know what I mean? So it's just not my thing. It's just not my thing.
No,
girl, sit down.
Oh my God,
Gary, you forgot your wig. You should have had the wig on. You should see him in his wig, Courtney.
Oh my God.
Gary in his wig, it's hilarious because he's got it down. He curls his hair. Oh, it's so cute when Gary gets his wig. I'm the same. I don't like. I have to have some kind of mental stimulation when I watch the movie.
Yeah.
If I am not, I can't do it. I can't watch it. And Deli will like, oh, we gotta watch this movie. We already watched it one time. He's like, so, and I'm like, I've watched it one time. I'm not watching it again. I cannot. If I've already watched it, I can't watch it again.
Oh my God, my number one fan's in here, Ginger Ninja.
Hi, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger.
Yes, I'd much rather watch baby elephants. They're so much cuter. They got their little trunks are cuter than men's. I'm just sorry, guys. And I'm not a lesbian. I'm not about women. No.
I like zombie movies.
Well, I could find a romance in a zombie movie. Like if there was some kind of weird like romance in there, yeah.
Warm bodies.
Something like that. And and even in The Walking Dead, there was some kind of romance, to throw a story in there of, something. But
Shane, Laura, and what's his Rick?
Rick.
Yeah, definitely got me stuck on that one. And I kept saying, I'm not watching this shit with you. I'm not watching this shit with you. I don't deal with stupid very well, so I'm not watching. I worked at Walmart, people. Okay, I'm done with stupid.
But wrap me up in an old Victorian type movie, or I've been watching. I completed it. The Downington Abbey. I watched like all of that. I just was totally into that, and I really love old British films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
I couldn't do Z Nation either.
Z Nation is so cheesy. Oh my God, it is so cheesy.
When he finally got me watching that stupid Walking Dead was when they found Sophia in the barn, and I was over there bawling. I'm like, "You're an asshole! You're an asshole!"
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was very upset with that too. It's like, it's the guy's daughter. No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I hated Dudley for a minute after that. I was like, "Don't even talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't judge me."
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I have to have. I can't do that.
Have you ever seen the movie Time Machine?
Yes, that was a very good movie.
Oh.
Have I don't remember. Have I seen it, babe?
It's a really great movie. And it's like older. It takes place in an older time, and then he moves forward to the future.
The very, very future.
Yes, the very, very future. And it's just like wonderful. You have to watch it sometime.
I could deal without the monsters, but
Yeah.
See, Dudley's getting lucky because my concussions are starting to affect my memory now, so I can't remember much of certain things. So, like, there's certain movies I'm like, I don't think we've watched this before. And he's like, yes, we have. And I'll sit down and be like, oh, hell, okay, yeah, we watched this. I'll get up and leave the room. I'll go do something else, crochet or something, because I hate it.
They're probably like Pride and...
The Pride and Prejudice.
Prejudice and Zombies.
Oh, there's a zombie addition to that too. Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't seen a movie here recently that I've even liked, though.
Yeah, it takes me a minute. Yeah.
What was
you like Greenland?
It was all right. I mean,
and
I'm not real big on the end of the world scenario crap, because of all the fear mongering that goes on anyway. But I mean, it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
What's that one?
I like Gerard Butler though. He's a pretty good actor. I like Gerard Butler, but
like that one?
I like him. I think he's a really good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you watch Outlander at all?
Okay. Hold on. Are you talking about the old Outlander with?
No, the newer one. It's called Outlander, and it's a woman who passed through these stones at Craignadoon, and she is taken back to Scotland, and she stays there for years and ends up marrying this man, and it's absolutely fabulous. You have to watch it. I think Netflix has a like seasons 1 through 4, but once you're hooked, and you need more seasons because it's fabulous. It is not something you want to watch though with kids around because there's like a lot of sex scenes, but
like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, but it's wonderful. Oh, it's a beautiful story. Yeah.
I probably won't be able to watch it because that kid never leaves me alone. So,
Oh.
and in my daylight hours, I've always got some little kid hanging on me. Yeah, Ginger Patriot was an awesome movie. I loved it, and I loved.
Mailman was a good one.
Did I watch Mailman? I don't remember Mailman. Legend of the Falls
Postman.
was good. What's that one I love so much? Oh my God. Braveheart, isn't it? With Mel Gibson. Freedom. Yeah, I love that one.
Oh, yeah. Braveheart's good. And so is The Patriot. That is a really good one too.
I like the Postman.
Yeah. The Postman is good too.
Yeah.
Waterworld wasn't so good.
It was okay. I do like it. A lot of people said it had a really, really bad. I hate when they judge movies like that because I'll go and see them and I'll be like, oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
It had its moments where it was a little bit slow, but I mean, for the most part, it was okay. But
yeah,
I mean, I took psychology when I was in high school, and so that was part of our psychology courses. We had to analyze movies. So I have a very hard time watching movies because I'm sitting there analyzing everything, like, and that's another reason I don't watch them more than one time because I've already analyzed it. I'm good. Let's move on.
You like Gladiator too?
Gladiator was a good one. Was it 300?
300 was another good one.
It was okay. Oh.
Honey.
Hey, you need a gummy bear.
It was okay, 300, but I'm really not into that. There's that certain type of style of movie. I'm not really into the black and white and the dark. And there was another one too. I can't think of the name. That was kind of like, it was almost like comic book, but it was like dark.
Sucker Punch like that.
I didn't like that part of it, but when they actually had the actual people, I could follow. But the other. Like, fast forward, please.
Sucker Punch was like that. And I think,
Sucker Punch was like that. Yeah.
Now, Pulp Fiction, I could not follow Pulp Fiction to save my ass. I could not do it. I was like, oh, frack.
And
we tried to watch
Cloud 9.
No, it's not Cloud. It's not Cloud 9, is it? The one with Tom Hanks and Halle Berry.
It's Cloud Atlantis.
What movie is that from, babe? That quote. Are you not? I can't remember that right now.
What's the quote?
Gladiator. That's it. That movie was great.
Are you not entertained?
That was a wonderful movie.
It was. See, and that's my other problem is I can't always pull my emotions. I can't put the barricade up to not feel like I don't even listen to music hardly because it triggers my.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of Sin City.
Sin City, that's the one I couldn't stand. Oh, I hated that movie.
Beans, okra, and tomatoes. It's supposed to be maters there, Gear. You're from Missouri.
Did you like Rocketeer?
What was it?
Rocketeer.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, it's an older film. It was 90s, I think. It was pretty good. Are you not entertained? We need a ring.
Mm.
All right, guys. Well, it's almost 1:00 in the morning here. I'm getting a step down. Trish, you can message me, text me anytime. It was a pleasure being on your panel, and thanks for allowing me to come up.
You're welcome.
Here, it's nice actually seeing your face and stuff. And
well,
since Courtney, I got your rarity, he doesn't always pop on and say hi. It's a special time when he does, I think. But
well, since I got your email, I'll send you a live link when I send them out.
Okay.
Don't mean you have to get on. Just it's on the email list.
Yeah. Well, love you, Ginger Ninja, and bye, Viper. Have a good night, and I'll see you all hopefully tomorrow night if you want to come to the painting class because that's what we're doing at 9:30.
Trish is gonna be there.
Yeah,
Courtney, I will tell you if I've had a stressful day with the kids or whatever, I'm always on your live streams. I just may not say anything because I'm just so. And I pick up on other people's shit, and I don't want to put my shit out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I'm there. I'm just not talking.
Aw.
So
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing that, and thanks for being
You're welcome.
members. Thanks for being members,
Yes.
guys. We appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
All
You're
right,
welcome.
we'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next time. All right, bye,
See
guys.
ya.
Have a good one.
Have a
Thank
good
you,
Dreams.
Carmen, Courtney. We appreciate all you guys, all of you.
Yes.
If any of you ever want to be up here, just give us a yell. We'll put you up here. Big deal.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Mike at Vision Acres. It's good to see you.
Hi, Mike and Visit.
Now, okay, so I got to tell you, I didn't realize they had a channel, but I follow
Who?
Willow Creek, and
Willow
she's
Creek?
good friends with his wife, and so I've seen his wife on Willow Creek's channel every now and then. So
Oh, really?
I didn't know they had their own channel, or I'd have probably followed them a long time ago. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, Mike. Thank you. Yeah, Ginger. Last night I literally chopped bell peppers all through Bruce's live stream and pretty much all the way through Fish's live stream last night. I was listening. I was there. Yeah, they're neat. They're neat people, Mike. But
Yeah.
I just was chopping peppers. I filled a big gallon-sized bag full of chopped peppers last night. So, and I do have the chopper thing where you just put them in there and slam it down. But my PTSD can't handle all the extra noise, so I just hand cut everything just to keep it all semi-quiet so I can calm down before bed. So.
Plus, when you're chopping them peppers, it's like
You gotta check the dew off of them first.
Dudley. No. No. Now, I did get mad, and Dudley took us out for Chinese this morning for lunch. I say this morning, it was this afternoon. And I've had carpal tunnel surgery, but my hand doesn't always want to work, even though I've had it. And I guess I was just really tired from cutting all the peppers last night. And I was trying to use my chopsticks because that's what we use all the time. And I couldn't get them to work right. And I didn't want to say anything, so I just stabbed the chicken and ate it that way because I was mad. I was like, damn it. So I might have a little bit of an anger issue, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting better, though. But I do try to use my chopsticks when I can. I want to teach the kids how to do it too, you know, but some days I can't do it.
Some days.
What?
Every day that ends with Y.
I tried eating with chopsticks before, but they didn't taste very good, so I threw them out.
You all right?
Okay, Gary. You don't eat the chopsticks.
They're a little woody.
They're a little woody. They're a little bit more tough than those bamboo strips. So, ugh. I don't care for bamboo, but
You can always, never mind. I was going to say something that would have been sounded way bad.
well, I'm glad you actually thought that one through first.
Yeah, I just happened to look down and seen Ginger Ninja's name, and I better not say that.
Watch it. She'll come up and kick your ass, buddy.
Yeah.
Let her. She's probably got a streak mile wide, too.
Well, hell, I'll say it. You could always eat ginger, but
yeah, last time you tried that number, that was nasty. Ugh.
you only eat a couple strips of it.
Dudley.
But unless you're like me, you eat.
Don't even eat it, turd. Oh, hi, Arkwild.
Hi, Arkwild.
It's good to see you. Gear, are you getting ready to get like a seasonal layoff or something at work? Or did I misread something a while back?
No,
Ouch.
Okay. I must have
I was
misread
already
something.
laid off.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
Okay.
last day October.
So do you get a different job during that time, or do you just save up?
Gonna see what unemployment is. We're good. We expect it every year, so I save up for it.
What do you drive, a dump truck?
No.
Oh.
Damn, Mike. Whew. I hope nobody's got hemorrhoids and read that. Ew.
Too much hard work for me.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I work in a small shop dealing with the general
Public.
public. I almost said pubic.
Some of them act like it. I'm just saying. I know, Gary. I used to work in Walmart for many years.
Some of them I'll let them go. Some of them I'll stoop down to their level. And when they ask, "Who's the boss? Who's my boss?" Come on, let's go talk to my boss.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're going to get me fired, let's do it while you're here.
Let's do it before lunch.
I started getting a little too opinionated, I guess. So they tried to hide me. So
I could never make it past the kiosk to put in your application.
mhm.
They always tell me at the end of it, all right, never mind. Wait 90 days.
I applied at Walmart. This one here where I live now, 2 times. The other town we lived in, 1 time. And the other town I lived in 2 times. And I called each time. I called a couple days later to talk to someone. They said, "Well, if we want to interview you, you'll get a call back."
Mm-hmm. And they're
So I'd wait a couple of days, and then call again. I told one said, "I told you we would give you a call back," and I said, "Well, some choice words. You can take my name off that list."
mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I really started having problems with Walmart after my daughter was assaulted at the age of 4, and I won't go. But I had to miss work. I had to go to Child Advocacy Center, of course, the Sheriff's Department, and all DFS and all that crap, counseling. All in 1 week, I had to do like all these different things according to the state, plus see a lawyer over all this mess. When I went back to work, they said, you can either quit or we're cutting you back to 2 days a week because you missed too much work this week. So I kindly and lovingly pulled my badge off my vest and threw it in their face and said, see ya. And I walked out the door. And 2 of the department managers, my own department manager and another department manager, called home office on my behalf. And our store was called back that same day and told that they better bring me back in and I better have a job within 2 weeks or they were going to do some rearranging. So they put me overnights for a while. So, but
I remember back in my younger days, you used to hear about people working at Walmart 10 years, 20 years, 30 years.
That's her mom.
You sure don't hear about that very much anymore.
no, since Sam died, it went downhill. Everybody says that's BS, but it's not. When Sam Walton died, that store went to hell because it's not family. They don't care about family. Their grassroots policy is a joke. Yeah, the whole thing is just crap. So,
Well, now it's all shareholders and incorporated.
They had one of the electronics guys up there running one of the aisles one day.
did you catch Mike from Vision Acres? Did you catch his comment?
Yeah.
I said, "What are you doing up here?" He's like, "Got to work where they put you. Got to work where they put you." You could tell he wasn't liking it at all.
Yeah.
And I seen who they had working in electronics, and I told someone in one of the yellow vests, "You guys should have him back there and that person up here." I said,
Yeah.
this guy is a good salesman and knows what he's selling back there, and the other person don't know much of anything and always mad when they got to go get the keys to get something out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, our store here in town, the one that I worked at, everybody up there still knows me and stuff. So when I go in there, it's like takes forever to get out because everybody wants to talk. But a lot of them are quitting because they're tired. I mean, they've now fixed it to where one person has to do the job of 3 people. And if you can't do it, then you get wrote up. It's just ridiculous. And if you have special needs of any kind, they make you go get tested. They won't use outdated paperwork, and these are their words. You have to get it since you've been hired on, and then you pay for it, whether you have insurance or not, to prove that you have what you say you have in order to keep your job. But it's not discrimination. It's ridiculous.
I wonder if your mom got her 30-year badge back.
No, because she quit. I don't know why she went back.
Because she missed Walmart.
I guess. I once I finally got out of Walmart and could move on and do something different, I was more than happy.
Well, she was probably making no money cleaning houses.
She wasn't. That's why she went back.
I thought about trying to get a seasonal holiday like November, December, maybe a little bit of January on at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
But thought about it and I'm like, nah.
You like talking on the phone?
Now I've heard some stores are better. Better. They treat their people better. But man, the one where I worked, no. And then they pulled this little move. This is how. Yeah. So I was moving to Iowa, and I put in my transfer, and to Iowa, and they come out and said, "All right, your transfer's gone through," and I was like, "Okay, when am I supposed to start there?" And they said, "Within a week of this date." And I said, "Okay." And I looked at the calendar and I said, "My last day will be October 3rd. I'm not going to forget this." She said, "Okay, we'll put you down." So my last day was October 3rd. My boyfriend at the time's brother drove a truck. So he brought his truck and trailer down. We packed up the entire house in the back of his rig. We moved to Iowa. That following Monday, which would have been 4th, 5th, 6th, I went to Walmart where they said my transfer went through to see when I needed to start work. They never even heard of me. They never even received a transfer or nothing.
Wow.
I was like, really? So, yeah, that's the kind of people that I had to deal with. And I'm like,
I think depending on who your store manager is.
That's HR, honey. The store manager, it's HR.
Oh.
I
like answering the phone in the sporting goods department. If someone's asking about like some medicine or something that's not sporting good, I'm like, you got the wrong department, and hang up the phone.
Oh my gosh. Here, that's not customer service.
Or sometimes I like to tell them, hold on, I'll go look at that, and just set the phone down there and walk away.
No, you answer it. City morgue. You stab them, we slab them. Can I help you?
Oh, totally. God. Oh, my brothers used to say that crap all the time.
It was really nice before caller ID.
Mm-hmm. Do you get the prank calls up there? Like they want you to page certain names?
At my work, no.
Yeah. Mike, you have a good night.
We don't have that big of a shop. One time we had a short older couple. I mean, they couldn't have been. They was probably like 4'8" or something like that. They was walking around the shop looking for each other. I noticed them, and I'm like, "Can I help you find anything?" The lady was like, "I'm trying to find my husband." I said, "What's his name?" She's whatever it was, Richard or whatever it was. I stepped over to the side, and I'm like, Richard, your wife is looking for you by the fishing department, Richard. Anyways, he came over there. He's like, I've been looking for 10 minutes for you.
Oh, I hated when I was younger. We'd go to Kmart, me, mom, and everybody. Well, I'd go to the toys, and she'd go off do her little shopping or whatever. 10 minutes later, I hear a page. Dudley Wiley, come to the front counter, please. Because everybody's looking to see who it is. Hello, Idaho.
When I was real young, used to go shopping with my mom and grandma. I'd go look at the sporting goods, the toys, and go look at groceries, and I would go at the whole store pretty much 2 times, and then they'd still be shopping. It's like I'm going to go sit out in the car.
Right. Yeah, and they're never all right. I'm gonna be over here, and they never be there when you gotta walk around the store 5 times.
Or when my better half decides to go with me, I'll usually go do groceries. She'll go do all of the
Hi, Idaho.
detergents and cat food and all that. And anyways, try to call her and wouldn't be able to get a hold of her. Oh, I left my phone in the car. Any other time, that thing is right here.
All right. I know that feeling. See, when men go shopping, is a direct path to what we need and out. Women go shopping, it's a direct path around the store.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I am not like that.
No.
I hate going shopping. Dudley's like, we need to get you some new clothes for winter. I still have yet to. I got 3 new shirts. I can't do it. I hate it. I'll wear the same thing till it just literally falls apart and you can see through it. I hate shopping.
That's when I like seeing it.
My mom grocery shopping. She'll go up an aisle and look on the right side. Then she'll go back down and look on the other side.
Mm-hmm. No, I make a list of what we need. I go get what we need. And then Dudley's like, hey, clearance aisle. Oh, my back hurts too much. I can't do it. I can barely walk out of there by the time we're done. And there's been times where I've sat down in the middle of an aisle because I can't go no more. And people are like, are you okay? Do we need to get an ambulance or anything? No, just need a minute for my body to recuperate for a second so I can move again. I got arthritis in my spine, so there's not a whole lot to do that. So, yes, I agree.
My better half has vertigo, so if we're shopping together and she gets dizzy, I might hear to staying with the cart. I'll go bring the stuff here to the cart.
All right.
Yeah. Well, and I have this what's it called, babe, that I have? It's like test of syncope is what it's called. And it's not epilepsy, and I don't have seizures, but I have these weird episodes where I pass out. And I'm always afraid I'm going to have one of those in the damn store. So I don't even want to be in there very long. And yes, Dudley banned me from Harbor Freight because that is the one place I like to go.
Yeah, she spends more money there than I do.
We got a Harbor Freight here. It's probably been a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited to go. I told myself, all right, I think, went with like $30.
Oh my God, yeah.
Could have spent more, but I just went with $30. It's like in case I see something I have to have.
The store.
I look through the whole store. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to have, but the only thing I bought was 2 cowbells for $4.99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja, I hear you.
I need to get one of them for Trish for in the store. I'll find her.
Dude, you're right next to me.
I wasn't listening tonight. You wasn't where I left you.
Once. One time.
That's all it takes.
One time. No.
I thought about taking one of the cowbells and zip tying it to my neighbor's truck.
No, just take the zip ties and don't cut them. Put them around the drive shaft.
Yeah. Yeah, Idaho. I can't stand in those lines for very long because then I'm just like, no. I hate shopping. No.
10 minutes to check out. Where's this at?
No, I know.
When we went to Harbor Freight, dear, most of the stuff I bought was for the garden. So,
Yeah,
and you got a new
garden.
You got a new my garden. You eat out of that garden too. I mean, I could fix it to where you don't if you would like, but I'm not going to. You got a new toy out of the deal. It's my toy, but you get to play with it. Made him get one of those weed burners, the big torch, fire thrower thingies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowed to touch it because I'll get hurt. So he's the only one that gets to use it, and he gets to go burn the whole yard.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I guess
if you tell me it's broke, I'm gonna kick you. Yeah.
No. Monday, I guess it's gonna have a pretty good sized package here. Mike sent me a welder.
What?
Mike sent me a welder.
Is it going out to the shop?
Yeah.
What kind is it? Mig, wig, dig?
It's a.
I don't know. Will it fix the trailer?
Yeah. It's a stick and a TIG, I believe it is.
Okay, so it'll fix our trailer. Second, do you know how to use it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I got to use it on my trailer.
So basically, I'm not to touch it and move it.
Right. It only weighs 8 pounds.
Are you a welder or a grinder?
I'm a welder. That uses a grinder.
Well, he tries. You gotta give him credit for trying, I'm
a truck driver.
Yes, darling.
I can't say anything because I'm a grinder, but
right.
I just ain't got the patience for it.
As long as it holds, I don't care what it looks like.
But you're supposed to have that tight little roll of dimes through there. I got OCD issues, so
yeah, I'm gonna do that row of dimes with one off.
Do what, Daddy?
I'm gonna do that row of dimes and put one off.
I know, just to bug me. For real, I have like these OCD traits or whatever, and he will like purposely go do something just to trigger it. Like, why do you gotta do it? Why you gotta piss me off on purpose?
Put the toilet paper on backwards.
Yeah, that drives me nuts. Yeah, guess who else is doing that crap now? Bentley.
One of my cousins works at a boat factory making $22 an hour welding.
That's
cool.
He
knows how to do all the different whatever you call them, different welding tools.
Right. Big TIG stick.
We were given a old
we wasn't given nothing. Oh.
Could you shut your mouth? My dad gave us this old pop-up tent trailer that used to be my grandpa's, and he gave it to us because he bent the hell out of the hitch. Tongue. You're right, the tongue. I don't know how he bent the hell out of it, but he bent it. So now he don't want it, right? So we get to put a new tongue on it, and then we gotta like put a bed on it, like I don't know, lumber or something.
Beef it up a little bit.
No, you just gotta weld the beams back on it. That's
And
what I
beef that
found
up a
out.
little bit.
Anyways, so we got a trailer given to us for free, but it just needs a little bit of work. Thank you, Demeter.
What kind of pop up is it? Just
Oh,
one
it's
that has a
now it's just the frame, so we're just going to
Yeah,
turn it
just
into
the frame now.
oh.
We're just going to use it for a hauling trailer, go get lumber and stuff with. So
Yeah.
Throw scrap metal on it, take it to a scrapyard.
Yeah.
it's free, so I'm not going to complain.
So is my boat.
Someone I watch on YouTube has one of those pop up campers. It's just the one of the basic ones where you got it's either a couch or the bed, and you got the table there,
Yeah.
All right.
or you can put the table down and make it into a big bed.
Cool.
Our neighbor across the street has one of those pop up tents that I think the table collapsed down to a bed. It sleeps quite a few people.
But this one don't have like the sink or stove or any of that. When I
Yeah,
seen his first video on it, it's like, man, I'd like to have that.
All right.
when I went through my divorce with my ex, I lived in a 32 foot travel trailer for a while. Me and my two kids to get away from him. that was fun. Yeah, darling.
If we get divorced, would you go back out with your ex?
What do you mean? Nah, that's not what we agreed to, buddy. Hell no, you ain't leaving my ass alone in this world. I'm
Baby.
gonna get your ass down. No.
If we get divorced, who's your ex?
What?
If we get divorced, who's your ex?
Well, God, I'll have two. I don't even want two. Remember, that's why I wouldn't marry you in the first place. God, honestly, God, I would not marry Dudley for the longest time because I didn't want to have to go through another divorce. And then finally, I just said, "Shut up." We got married, and he ain't leaving.
We need to get you some stilts because that went way over your head.
Apparently, sorry.
If we get a divorce, I will be your ex.
Yes.
I said,
Which would
would
be
you go?
ex number 2.
And I asked, if we got a divorce, would you go out with your ex?
Oh, I didn't hear. Would you go out with your ex? I didn't catch that part, dear. I didn't hear it, dork.
See, she never listens to me.
I'm lost too. Don't feel bad. When you live with Dudley, it's a permanent state of mind being lost. So.
Well, if you're lost, you can never be found.
Right. You find me all the time.
Yeah, I know.
You're a goofball. What is Gear doing? Is he counting the books in his bookshelf? 1, 2.
No.
Do you have a lollipop over there with the big hoot owl?
Actually, there's no hoot owl over here, but there is a Starburst lollipop.
Oh, no, that's all you. Gosh. Demeter, don't feel bad. I'm lost all the time. I probably should have been natural blonde, actually. Dudley.
I got lollipops.
Dudley is a sugar addict, so if you find an AA group for Sugar Addicts Anonymous, please let us know.
It's cafe.
That boy and his candy. So here, have you figured out what your garden's going to be next year?
Plants.
Are you going to add to it, or?
Well, I have probably about 10 pots that I didn't use this year, and I plan on using them again next year. But as of right now, and it's going to change at least 15 times before then. Always got to have cherry tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And some type of cucumber.
Yep.
I'm not for sure if I'm going to do Market More 76 or the Armenian cucumber.
Armenian.
Mm-hmm. I think we have the seeds for those too.
Oh.
But my 3 must are some type of tomato, some type of cucumber, and some type of marigold.
Of course, the marigold.
Gotta
Have you
have a
ever
marigold.
Have you ever grown the white marigolds?
No.
No, they're pretty.
I remember, I think it was you telling me about them before.
There's 2 different kinds, and I know one is Eskimo, but I can't remember the other one for nothing.
I can't remember what they're called, but like the French marigolds, the ones that have the red and yellow or orange and yellow, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones I like. I mean, I like them all, but
Well, I'm gonna get some seeds off our Jester marigold that we have.
That's the orange and black.
Orange and yellow. It's got the stripes. It's like, they're striped out. But you've seen them over in the North Court, the main garden that we show all the time in the bucket.
Oh, I thought that was the one over the macho.
No, I'm gonna send you some of those seeds, Gary. I think you'll like those. But first, you got to give up an address, Mister.
I know what kind of garden we're gonna grow next year.
I've already started planting it. And that whole main garden, instead of it being all beans, I think I want to do it all tomatoes.
I thought we were gonna do it all cucumbers with a side of okra.
No.
We'll do the inside cucumbers
I'm
and
good.
the ring outside is cucumbers.
No, I'm good on that.
my address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. 20500.
Do I address that to the dementia ward or the bitch cycle? Did I show you all those okra? Look at this. Look at this, Gary. Those picnic tables. It's all okra, man.
Are you drying those out?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my Lord.
No,
Lots and lots of okra seeds. Do you need any of those red seeds? I can send you those too.
I've got plenty of them still.
I figured we'd grow a rock garden.
I don't need your address, Gary. Just drive up there and find you. Do what, bub? Babe? Whoever you are.
You just call me Bub.
Yeah, I did. I was thinking babe, but bub came out. So.
This ain't Arkansas.
Oh, shut up, asshole.
Or West Virginia. Country road.
Hey, man. It's a good song.
We're going to grow a rock garden next year.
We do that every year. Okay, so here I have the North Garden. That's the one that everybody's seen all year long. That, that's the little garden. We have an East Garden that's like 3 times that size. He tills it up 2 or 3 times a year, and then it just goes to weeds because we never get anything planted over there. Oh, Demeter, trust me, there's a lot of seeds there, and they're going to be getting shipped all over the United States for everybody else to be able to grow to because I got more seeds. I'm never buying okra again the rest of my life.
Yeah, we are.
No, we won't have to. Why would I waste money on stuff? No, unless it's a different kind of okra.
Oh, well, so you didn't say that. You just said we won't buy okra no more. There's more than 2 kinds of okra.
But we don't need to, that's what I'm saying, dear. We do not need to. Okay, dear, my mystery garden, I figured out one of my plants is peppermint. So now I have spearmint and peppermint growing. And an onion, but I don't know what kind of onion. Grandkids, man, they messed up everything. The other plants may be lemon balm, maybe bee balm.
Or sugar bomb.
Don't know what they are. So, but we plan on doing a seed video here.
As soon as I get it edited.
No, when I get all the seeds rounded up, babe. Once they're completely dried and gathered, we'll do a seed video of what we can share so everybody can email us an address and what they would like to get seeds of so we can mail them babies to people. The only seed I forgot to harvest this year was the Rose of Sharon. I don't know if I can get them now or not.
I thought you got some of them. You did. What happened?
Tasha.
Oh, that's. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lordy, 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 lordy. Let me check something here. Well, it says we still got 6 watching. Oh, wait, it might be a little bit delayed. Okay. My computer's so slow.
I also thought about growing some Brad's Atomic Grape tomatoes.
Let us know how that works out.
See, nobody in our house likes tomatoes. I can't eat them because the acid tears up my stomach because my stomach is just junk. But nobody else likes to eat them. So I'm basically just growing tomatoes to dehydrate and powderize and to make sauce with. Well, I got a lot of dehydrated tomato. I got like 2 pints of it, I think. 2.5 pints of dehydrated tomato powder now.
No. Nope.
I don't have 2.5. Oh, anyway. And then I got a little bit to make sauce with. Which I got to get the immersion blender this week, dear. But other than that, I mean, we did not get a lot on the tomatoes. Suck this year for me. So I want to do it different. I want to put them in the ground, actual ground, and run a watering system instead of the stupid sprinkler system because nothing got enough water. Okay, the beans and cucumbers apparently did, but nothing else really got enough water to really amount to much because our sweet potatoes sucked. I mean, there's some there, but they sucked. They didn't get big by no means. So
oh, you'll be fine, baby.
No, babe. This is serious to me, dude. You're an ass, man. This is serious to me. I really want to have a good garden. I want a nice, pretty garden, you know?
And what was this year? Chopped liver?
Well, it wasn't really what I wanted. I couldn't get your help enough. Sorry, Charlie. Oh, yeah. And guess what? We still need a harbor for the grape. We got this grapevine out here is like 12 foot long now, and it's just like, maybe we got to put it on a harbor really soon. Really, 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 really soon.
I'll put you on.
Do what? Concord grape.
Is it producing?
Not yet.
No, it's been mowed off 2 years in a row. So this is only the second year that it's not gotten mowed off. And so it's actually maybe produced next year or the year after. But, I mean, it's
I'll
doing
put you on that auger.
Do what?
I'll put you on that auger.
Oh, no.
What?
Yeah, Demeter, it's either going to be sweet potato fries, sweet potato pie, or just sweet potatoes because we love sweet potatoes here. But
I don't know. Next year might just grow greens and soybean.
You should do some lima beans.
No, I'm joking with you.
Soy beans here.
You know you can make chicken out of that.
You ain't right. Oh, don't go there. Let's not go there again. That just makes my stomach turn.
Or burgers from Hardee's.
No, the burger from Hardee's was really good. It was the dead skunk that you drove over in the middle of eating that hamburger that was not good. Oh my God, you go take a bite and you get a mouthful of skunk. We were both gagging. That was great. Oh man.
Anytime I go to Hardee's, I get a mushroom Swiss burger.
I almost got one, but I decided to try their.
She
Maybe.
usually gets the hot ham and cheese.
We don't usually eat at Hardee's because there's not one here in the town we live in. And so we don't eat at Hardee's. And so I was like, well, I'll try this.
Big Hardy.
It's supposed to be like a Big Mac, you know. It's actually way better. Way better. So,
Baby, let me get this straight. You gagged on a mouthful of meat.
no, there was no meat in my mouth. It was the stench of the damn skunk in the road while I was going to take a bite of my burger. Thank you. Although we all know that you love people that gag on your meat, Dudley. That's your biggest kick in the world.
Well, you know, the little things.
Gears yawning? It's early yet.
It's early yet.
That's coughing.
Oh, okay. Oh! Where's your mask? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm wearing one.
Are you going to grow okra again or no?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should. Okra's fun.
Well, if you can keep up with it, holy cow.
I
Do
was
you do-
hoping.
He probably just knocked himself off his own stream.
What was he saying?
Do you do any canning or anything, or you just
No.
do you freeze any of it, or just eat it as it comes off the?
Most of the stuff I make, or not make, the garden produces is usually eaten within a couple of days.
Yeah. No, I've got some.
If I have more tomatoes, if they start getting too soft and I have more, then I usually will take them and put them in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer.
Mhm.
Then whenever I make chili or vegetable soup or stew next time,
Mhm.
I'll thaw them out cut them up and throw them in there.
Yeah. I canned so many jars of like different relishes this year. We did a sweet pickle relish, and then they had a cucumber relish, but it's not as sweet. Nobody really liked it. And then I did a like a salad type relish where I cut the chunks a little bit bigger for like potato salad or macaroni salad. And so we got that. I've got zesty bread and butter pickles, regular bread and butter pickles, sweet pickles, dill pickles, hamburger slice pickles. Dudley, I'm going to smack you in the face if you don't get me off the screen. Quit doing that. I'm good on pickles for a minute. We don't need pickles. We don't need pickle relish. And then
over pickles.
no. And then I've got jars and jars and jars of sliced okra that I canned for frying. And then I've got dill okra. And I took the jalapenos that don't have heat in them because I can't do heat of any kind. And I cut them in half and put them in the jars with the okra. Oh my Lord. They've got that hint of jalapeno to them. They are so good. So good. I was like, I will never buy pickled okra from the store again. That was
Really?
so good. What, dear?
Really?
Really, I like it. I liked it. So I definitely have to grow the jalapenos. I got to grow those every year from now on, just so I have that for my pickled okra. But
Right.
I
they're
might grow okra again, but I'd rather wait until I have somewhere I can actually plant it in the ground and plant enough of it
good.
where I have a good mess at once instead of having to wait a week to get a good mess.
Yeah. Well, okay, so how many pods for you makes a good mess? Like how much?
The couple of times I've grown it, my plants usually never get over like 4 foot tall.
Right.
Um,
I know our plant's got probably 6.5 foot.
The green didn't. The green maybe reached 6 foot, and that was it. Well, I was gonna say, because I'll grow it again next year, just because it grows good here. So, do you ever want to come up for the weekend and grab you a bunch? You're more than welcome to have all the okra you want. I sent Josh, Gardner Josh, when him and his wife come up here, they come up here and they're like, "Oh my God!" And I said, "Walmart sacks." I started passing them Walmart sacks. I said, "You just go pick whatever you want." They took home cucumbers, green beans, okra. I was like, I had to have a break. I couldn't give stuff away. Nobody wanted anything. I was like, oh, nobody around me liked okra. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this okra. And so.
well, people like okra. They just don't want to cut it up and
no, the people
fry it.
The people in my neighborhood do not like okra. They were like, what is okra? And they're like, nah, no.
Speaking of okra, I probably already told this at least 5 times since we all started chatting. But whenever we go to Lambert's, which is like once a year or so, or maybe longer apart than that, when they come by and ask if we want okra, my better half don't like it. And when they asked her if she wanted it, she said no. And I said, yes, she does.
I do that to Deli sometimes because like he doesn't like certain things and I really do. So I'm like, okay, you get that. Like I'm not a big French fry person at certain places, So I'm like, you get whatever it is, okra or whatever. And I'll say, I'll take it and then you can have my whatever that I don't really care for. He's like, okay. I love fried okra and I love pickled okra.
Well, at Lambert's, they walk around. It's kind of like an appetizer or whatever, I guess, while you're waiting on your food. Whenever they're throwing the rolls.
If I took my grandkids there, they'd just fill up on the okra. They never eat their food because they all love okra. So they eat it raw. Like they'll go pick it right off the plant and just eat it. I can't do that. I cannot do that. But they love the red okra.
It's got to be 3 inches. Then
the smaller ones. Yeah.
Smaller, and I can eat it. But if it's a little bit bigger than that, it's already too.
Yeah. Like pithy kind of, woody kind of thing.
Yeah. Not woody yet, but on its way there.
Like, come on. You're the worst, baby.
I didn't say it.
You just, oh my Lord, baby. Yeah, but they like the red okra to eat it raw right off the garden. They like the red better than the green. They said it tastes better. So, but I need to grow peas. Next year, I've got to grow some peas. But last year we grew some sugar daddies, I think, weren't they? They're called sugar daddy snap peas or something like. I didn't get one damn pod in this house. All 3 of them was just, they'd pick them, put them in the basket, and I'd go down the aisle. And they were gone. They were sitting there eating them as I was picking them. I'm like, God, I just let them do it because it's good for them, so. Demeter, the pickled okra that I did this year, there's no slime in it whatsoever. Like none. It's just juicy okra. It's so good. I don't care for the big seeds, but it's good.
I'll be right back.
All right. Thanks for leaving me alone, you two. Demeter, do you have a container garden that you grow?
All right.
waiting for him to come through that door.
What I like doing with okra, usually if I'm baking like taters or zucchini or whatever, if I'm baking something, and let's say I have 3 or 4 pieces of okra,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think I'm going to have any more for a few more days, I like putting a little bit of vegetable oil on them and baking them in the oven.
Oh, I've never tried that.
When they start getting a little bit crispy looking, pull them out and look around, make sure no one sees me, and snack on them.
I've never tried that. I'll have to give that a try. Now we've tried radishes. Like we grew radishes here, and they grow really, really well. And nobody likes them. We tried roasting them, eating them raw. Hey, Geety Geety. Your little white and gray tabby that you had outside, whatever happened to it? The one that showed up.
The Siamese looking one,
Uh-huh.
the cross-eyed, it's still here. We ain't got rid of it yet.
I had a kitten. Her name was Sophie, and her mom was a tabby, like a black tabby, and her dad was Siamese. And when she was born, she was pure white, and I thought, "Oh, cool! She's so pretty." And as she aged, she turned into a white and gray tabby, like that one outside. And every time you show him, I'm just like, "Oh, Sophie." But we ended up moving, and I couldn't have cats, so my sister had her forever. She lived, I think she was 20 years old when they finally had to put her down because she just couldn't hold her fluids in anymore. So she got pretty sick. But every time you show that cat, it's like, oh.
Well, there's that one that just showed up. I think it was the crackheads over here that they just disappeared.
Yeah.
Then that cat started showing up, so I'm thinking it was theirs, and they left it behind. But we got the the one I call Boots or Bootsy Mama.
Mm-hmm.
She's black and white. She's been here for as long as we have.
Yeah.
But she's the only outside cat we claim.
Yeah. I'm allergic to cats, so I can't have any more. And then we have dogs that think cats are chew toys, so.
I wouldn't. Not against having dogs, but I don't want any more until we're somewhere more permanent, somewhere that's bigger, or somewhere they can run out in the yard.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want three of the dogs that we have, but
you had final say in them.
They're rescues, and I just hate seeing them go to the pound just to be put down, so I gave in.
That's kind of why I ain't called the pound to come get that cat.
The pound.
Because I know, or animal control, because I know if they take it, it probably will stay in there until they get rid of it.
And it's such a pretty cat too. I was like, oh my God, I would if I wasn't allergic to it and I didn't have dogs that like to chew them up, I would totally come get that cat because it's so pretty. But I can't bring an animal to this place, knowing that they may not live very long. So
then we have another neighbor who has a yellow cat that they've kicked outside recently. And it comes over here outside trying to grill or garden, kept on tripping over it. Finally, I took it on my shoe and
chunked it.
Well, I helped it get away from me.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, get out here, hollering at it. I almost felt bad, but didn't
Well,
feel.
we had problems with our neighbor up the road. Had a cat. When we first planted our garden, the north garden, it thought it was a litter box. So I got the kid because the kids love cats and they want to play with cats, but they got to see that it was pooping in our garden, and so they wanted the garden more than the cat. So they started chasing the cat off all the time. And then once we finally got all the cardboard and fabric down over the ground, it quit using it for a litter box. But oh, damn cat!
Yep.
When I started gardening, I had to teach Boots not to use my garden for a litter box.
Yeah,
I would, if I seen her there, I'd go pick her up and take her to a different part of the yard where it's got kind of like loose soil there, and I'd be like,
yeah,
"You potty here, stay out of the garden."
yeah.
Cayenne pepper flakes.
But it didn't take long. Didn't take long for her to stop trying to go in the garden.
Well, that's good.
Now
That is-
I need to start popping some squirrels.
Hey, you can bake them. Make a stew.
Never tried squirrel, but I heard they're good barbecued.
I've never barbecued a squirrel. I've fried.
Go ahead. Go ahead, dear.
I've fried, boiled, and baked, but I ain't ever barbecued.
Huh. Well, Demeter, I hope you get to move, sweetie. I do. I hope you get to move. And I hope it's a good, wonderful place that you get to move to. Oh, cats destroy gardens. Oh, that's what I'm nervous about. We're going to have our land, this property that we're living on, surveyed January 1st, maybe? Well, they're around. Obviously, they're not going to be doing it January 1st because it's New Year's, but that's how long we have to wait because they're booked up, and it's going to be like $750, baby.
Yeah.
$750 to get it done so I can get a fence around this damn place. Because we've got 3/4 of an acre for a yard. And not all of it's going to be fenced in, but most of it is going to be fenced in so that my inside dogs can go outside.
What kind of fence are you doing?
Privacy. I have to put up an 8-foot fence because Jack, you've met Jack, haven't you met Jack? The big white dog, Pyrenees.
Yeah.
Yeah, he clears 6-foot fences. So we're gonna put up an 8-foot and hope to God he stays in. But I'm just worried what they're gonna do to my garden. So I like the wattle fence look, like the old English style, old Scottish, where they took the tree limbs and made their fences. I really love that look. So we might have to do something like that around the garden, but I don't know. Might just be pallets over T-post or something. Whatever keeps them out, because I'll be so pissed if he gets in my garden and destroys stuff. So
Right on, Demeter.
Yep.
I don't want to move again until it's something more permanent.
See, y'all should move this way.
My brother-in-law's got some property, a couple acres. He said if we found a mobile home, he would buy it, and then we'd do rent to own. Then after that, we would just pay a little bit on lot rent.
Right.
that'd be cool. Demeter, and that's awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm telling Dudley while we're here. We got to be good stewards of the land, and when we show him that we're capable of doing it, then he's going to move us, somewhere that we're wanting to be. So It's just a little difficult when I'm like broken and decrepit and can't do half the stuff I need to do, and he's gone all day out on the truck and don't get home till dark. It just makes things a little bit hard. So that's awesome, Demeter, and I truly believe that too. I think I seen our future property in a dream one time, honestly, do, and it was beautiful. I hope it's real. God, please. Deli wants to do it like this big, huge commune, like buy this tons and tons of property and just move a bunch of people out there that he's good friends with, so that we can just be working it all together. I'm like, oh, we'll see about that.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to hit the bed.
It's early yet.
Good.
Early in the morning.
Deli, it's early.
Oh, y'all keep going. I'll leave it up. You just shut it off.
You are the worst, man. You're the worst.
4 hours, so
That's it, really?
yeah.
Holy cow. Sorry. I enjoy talking to people other than 3 little kids. I love my 3 little kids, but adult conversation, not perverted, obviously, but adult conversation once in a while with,
Remember that old thing on USA, Adult Swim?
No.
You probably don't, but
I don't like cartoons. Well, not those cartoons.
well, if Demeter wants up here, y'all can do the backstage thing too.
I don't care.
It's up to y'all.
It's up to Demeter if she feels like doing it. Ouch, I just bit my lip.
But don't do that. I don't know if I got her email or not.
She's been on our live before, maybe.
Oh, has she?
Yeah. Yeah, because I want to ask her gardening.
If you're going to shut it down, it wouldn't hurt anything to post the link out there, would it?
No, I don't think so.
Demeter, do you want to come up here and chit chat with me and here when he shuts down the live? She didn't catch it, baby. She didn't hear you.
Oh.
Does Demeter get on chat?
Yeah, she's got her own live stream.
Oh, all right. I was going to say if she didn't, she could still come in and type in the private chat.
Yeah, she's got her own live streams that she does, and she kicked herself off somehow.
Yeah.
And Demeter, can you email Dudley so he can email you the link real quick?
Yeah. Well, while she does that, we'll shut it down and set up backstage.
Alrighty. Well, whoever's watching, if you're out there, we love you and good night. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Good
night, lurkers.
Don't forget to set your clocks back. Go ahead, Gear.
Good night.
Good.
Uh...